We're live.
Recording.
Okay, we're live.
We're live. What up?
One of our players is going to be a little late if he shows, so for this purposes, when you guys wake up in the morning, Puck is not there.
It's just all clear, yeah.
Yeah, that's all clear. Well, we can race and all that if we need to.
So Puck is not there.
Puck is not there in the morning. You guys wake up.
I wake up because I was asleep at his bed and kind of freaked out.
You slept in his bed?
No, on the foot of his bed.
Oh, okay.
A little puppy.
I was like, I know you guys are brothers, but like, Alabama brothers or anything?
Oh, no.
Not because he fucking died and came back as a whatever.
Tonight.
Oh, yeah, that was the first time we met. Wait.
I'm gonna look to see if his effects are still around.
You find a note left by him.
Okay.
And it states that, hey, a lot happened yesterday. I need some time to myself to make sure I'm safe. That's what it says on the note.
Clean. Alright, it'll take a second to think about it, and then knowing the little that I know, probably gonna trust in them, and I'm gonna go downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And what time of day is it? Yeah, I wake up at my usual time, like super early.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna make my way to over. If nobody else is awake at this time, go make my morning money.
Okay. We're going to role play into that a bit. So Captain Ornier is who you've been speaking to this entire Ornier, yeah. And he has a few questions, basically just asking about how all that went yesterday. He said, hey, I heard there was some struggle down at the Rusty Clam there. That have anything to do with you?
I'm gonna try to like lie.
Deception roll. What do you say in deception roll?
I'm gonna be like, trouble. What trouble?
Okay.
That is a 6.
He goes, listen, we've worked a few months together. I don't appreciate dishonesty at all. So I'm on your side of the whole thing. I'm not judging here. I just need to know who I'm dealing with here. What was the situation?
I'm gonna like hang my head. Oh, sorry, I lied to you. My brother and I and my friends, we got into a little scuffle at the Rusty Clam.
Mm-hmm.
But we're okay.
The pretty bloody scene over there. The barkeep and one of the workers there splattered, just dead. I haven't seen a body that mangled in years.
Do you know of a red eye or a dark eye?
I mean, I've heard rumors. I mean, you mentioned him yesterday, and I mean, there was accounts at that scene from what they've heard from the sailors that were present. I don't know what, you're all messed up in there, but are you on the right side of this?
I am.
Alright, and he's going to insight check you on that.
Do I need to roll anything on that?
Mm-hmm. He rolls quite low on that, so he gives you a solid read, but you don't know quite what he's thinking on that. But he goes, listen, he's like, you haven't steered me wrong, but
Never will.
I've got some men here that kind of keep the dock safe over here. And if you start to cause any ruckus, you might find yourself on the south end of a blade there.
I come here to make coin.
All right, and that's respectable. You can keep working, but I got to know who I'm dealing with. So for now, we're all right, but
I'll give
I've
you
got my
no
eye
reason
on
to
you.
not trust me.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Make my way here
What's going
onto
on here?
whatever ship is heading on out.
Okay.
Launched him. I didn't expect him to go that far.
Go ahead and do
Captain,
a
I thought
fishing
I
roll,
might
just because we
find
haven't
it
done one of those in a
minimum
while for you here. So be a roll plus proficiency.
Plus proficiency.
Yeah.
And that's just plus 3, right? So 16.
16 total. You get a pretty decent catch for the day. You're able to pull up a marlin.
Marlin.
Yeah.
Nice.
Went out a little deeper than usual. It's still kind of a rare fish find for that. What's up?
Right, while I'm out there,
Yeah.
when I'm making sure like no one's like, I'm
Yeah.
doing my thing,
You're gonna kiss it?
No, I'm gonna use expend a thing of rage
Okay.
and go into form,
Okay.
and I'm gonna close my eyes and try to reach out.
Okay. So there's definitely a stronger pull when you're on the water.
Okay.
the presence that you feel out here is massive. You think this is a creature that lives in the water. The rough presence you feel is probably a quarter the size of Lazuli, the island,
Whoa.
somewhere in that ballpark. So you think this is a massive pull. You don't know if it's the water itself that's pulling you or if it's kind of just the aura this creature gives off.
Okay.
But you're getting a large sensation, not pulled in any particular direction. This
Right.
is all around you.
All
sort of
around
thing.
me.
Yeah, but you definitely feel like that is the method of getting closer to this would be getting into the ocean.
Do I feel any type of sensation, connection?
So when you're fighting the lion, you were fatigued, exhausted, and you felt like it was a life or death situation put to the test, much how jungle creatures would survive when they were starving, fighting, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
This creature exudes a dominance that you feel like you're completely out of your element when dealing with this sort of creature. And you think that whatever it wants of you or whatever threat or whatever interaction that you have with this creature may be something of a different relevance. It may not be a fight. It may not be something you can do alone. It may not be something even philosophical. There might just be a raw presence out there that notices you.
Okay.
But you do feel drawn to it in some sensation. You just don't know exactly the answer to that.
Okay. I'll make a note of that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Drop.
A little bit of a mystery with it, but yeah, definitely that's some connection to
How
you.
much we have?
I would drop my rage and continue on my morning and make my way back if
Okay.
there's nothing else that happens.
The Marlin will net you a gold coin if you're going to sell it. So.
I will.
Okay. Ornier hands you a gold coin.
We're even right now. Cool. Just wanted to make
Ian
sure.
is still stuck in traffic.
Whew.
Nuts, man.
Pretty bad traffic jam.
Damn, bro. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but. All right, and we got Thistlebum and Gutrag waking up whenever they would like to.
Jeez. We should go check on him. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Knock on the door.
No answer. No answer.
Try the handle.
It opens.
Good morning.
Morning. Okay.
Empty room.
Yeah, room here.
Gonna do an investigation.
Did you leave the note or did you take the note? Did
I
you
left it.
Left it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So there's a note.
Yes, it'll be obvious when you do an investigation check, but if you still want to roll, it's your roll. I don't want to take that from you.
So you said it was gonna be obvious, right?
Yeah, very obvious. There's no note here at all. It's,
I can't read.
It's 7.
yeah, there's a note that is left on the bed, but that's all you notice. Yeah. The DC was 5. Hey.
I found this. Mm-hmm. What's the note say?
It says, left in the morning, need to make sure that I'm safe, needed some time by myself, is the gist.
Is it
Does
say?
it signed?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It is signed by both.
Okay. What's wrong?
So we know where he went.
Well, not really. He just had that thing.
We know not to go looking for him.
The last person that did this got taken.
That's a good point. Where do you think we should start?
Well, maybe Badur knows more. Maybe he heard him or knows where he went. Let's go find Badur.
But he went to sleep here.
Yeah, but he likes to go fishing. Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And on the way there, I'll turn into a steed so we can go faster.
Nice, okay.
Or a warhorse, yeah.
Yeah, you guys get there and you see Captain Ornier posted up as the dockmaster.
Hmm.
And there are a few ships out fishing, and it is still pretty early in the morning.
Do you think a horse has the vocal cords to be able to hoot like an ape?
No,
Okay.
personally I don't. I've no idea. I've never heard of a horse hooting, though. So maybe if you were an owl, I maybe. I don't know.
Navy.
Oh.
I like that was close. But I like it. It's good.
I'm still a horse.
Are you neighing and bleeding like crazy?
Is that what it's called? Bleeding?
Yeah, we go.
I know goats can do that too, or sheep can
Pretty
bleed.
sure it's bleeding.
I mean, anything can bleed, right?
If you
Bleed.
poke it, yeah.
Well, my friend's trying to say,
Trying to say, yeah.
have you seen Badur?
You were with him yesterday, huh?
No.
What was all that trouble in the Rusty Clam?
I mean, long story short, bad people, bad situation. Not me, those guys.
So you weren't any part of that situation?
What do you mean?
English, common, I mean, were you a part of that situation?
I was there, yeah.
Alright, were you responsible for the death of the barkeep and the...
No.
Okay.
Not me.
He's gonna give you that.
It was the horse's
And
fault.
then he's like, alright. He's like, well,
Oh, not the horse either.
alright, I didn't suspect the horse would kill. I've never seen a body mangled in that way before. It's kind of got, scared a few of the sailors that were present on that, so I've got my eye out for whoever took down those people, so.
I think the danger has subsided.
Alright, well, you seem like you know a lot more than I do, so do you care to fill me in?
Extremely quiet.
No more bleeding or anything.
No more.
You're not trying to give me hints on how to respond to this
Just
either.
like looking away, just gonna.
Chewing fake grass.
The city definitely has a dark underside. And I think we're getting closer to stopping dark forces at work.
Well, that sounds quite ominous. Is it something we should be worried about? Us common folk,
Unless... Yes and no. Because I've seen it affect the common folk before.
I mean,
Obviously, it is.
I've lived here plenty of years and we haven't had any sort of rough housing.
Do you know any tieflings?
I mean, I've seen a few come in on the docks or so, but do I know any personally? No.
You'd be alright.
I think your friend's actually the one I've interacted with the
Yeah.
most, so.
That's kind of the problem.
Okay, well. Do you have any business on the docks today?
I was looking for Badur.
He's out on the boat there, and he points you out, and there's one that is coming in.
I'm immediately moving that way.
Okay, yeah.
As you're trying to finish your
Oh, it's
conversation.
good to meet you!
So yeah, as you come in, you see the two of them at the edge of the docks waiting for you.
Yeah, I like that. Make the exchange for the morning. Honest day's work.
Oh yeah, here's your coin. Your friends are, they're poking around for you, so.
I appreciate it.
Great catch.
No problems for me.
Alright,
And then I
let's
just,
get out of here.
you guys are up early. That's all.
Any idea where Puck went?
I left a note.
Yeah, but we shouldn't let him linger alone for too long. God knows what could happen.
Nick, he's dealing with something pretty heavy.
Well, I understand, but
I'll drop for him.
Okay.
So you just slide off my back. It's like a slow.
like I'm slowly setting back down onto my feet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And so I just.
Like step out from between my legs.
And my staff, I just stand up in front, like I walk through your legs.
My loincloth goes.
Yeah. The staff comes out.
Is your staff still at the clam?
Sorry?
Is your staff
Oh,
still
you're
at the
right.
clam?
Yeah, it is. It is still at the clam. I forgot my staff there. Never mind. My head
Yeah.
comes to.
The other staff.
Well, we
Come out with
can't.
my staff.
He's not tall enough.
Just penis.
It's all.
Woo! Yeah.
I was just imagining the big club because I have a tiny little staff. He's like, this is my staff. We can't let him go by himself. After all that stuff, the other friends that we had that were tieflings that had the bad stuff that happened to him, also did the dark thing like that too, and then shortly thereafter they got abducted.
And why didn't you tell me this before?
Because we were sleepy.
How long have we known each other now?
Months. Like 6 months, 7 months. Somewhere in that ballpark.
I feel like we kind of glazed over that fact a little bit. We explained most of it though.
We want him to feel better and then investigate.
We did press on not leaving him alone for most of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have no idea where he went.
You didn't hear anything in the night or anything like that when he left?
No.
Do you know where he could have gone?
No.
He kept talking about casinos.
He did keep talking about casinos. Well, you did. He's your brother, so you have like some type of like feeling connection to him, right?
I try to close my eyes and see if I can feel Puck anywhere.
Nothing. Yeah.
I will help him. I'll rub his temples.
Okay.
Yeah,
With advantage.
Can you get on your knees real quick? I can help.
With advantage, nothing.
No.
Badur's like tip back.
Did you ask the barkeep?
I was gonna say maybe we should ask Brack. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We thought that you might know because you were sleeping with him. Mm-hmm. Not in the weird way. Mm-hmm.
No. But he was gone before I woke.
Okay. We should go see Brack. Maybe he knows. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's part of the thingy that he's like an agent and we're like the informant type deal. Mm-hmm.
But we, have a day until this meeting?
We have tonight. Mm-hmm. Tonight, the meeting.
That's worrisome.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Was there anything you'd like to go and get done before that?
I also there's a tiny little detail that I forgot last night too. Mm-hmm. You may
Let's
notice
talk
my
while
hands
you
are
walk.
empty. I left my staff.
Where? At the Rusty Clan?
Mm-hmm.
We just go get it.
They might find us.
Just a wait.
The guards were called.
Well, can't you turn into, like, something?
Yeah. But what's acceptable animal-wise that it can go into a bar?
A rat?
But a rat can't pick up a staff.
A dog.
Oh, that's a good idea. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's acceptable, right? Dogs can go into bars.
Yeah.
I've seen dogs in bars.
You've seen dogs? Okay, well, let's do it. Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think we should be anywhere near it.
No?
We can get you a new one.
No. You go. We'll stay here.
I don't like us splitting up any more than we already are.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a dog. No one's gonna suspect the dog.
Yeah, but Puck was a kid, and then he got blasted through the front door.
He did get shot in the face as a kid. Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
That's the chest, but you know.
It's a lot funnier.
Pretty close.
It's a lot funnier to imagine a coupe de grace.
Yeah, hit the kid in the head, hit Puck in the chest.
Exactly.
What connection or sentimental value does it hold?
None, but I just don't want us to get caught. Mm-hmm.
Does it have your name engraved on it?
My signatures. It's a rose. Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's already a little too late. They probably have it.
Is anybody? I'm gonna take a look around. Is anybody just like eavesdropping right now?
You give me a perception check.
That's a good call, man.
I think it's a 15. Hold on,
Double check it.
16.
So there's always guards or people that work for or near that kind of keep the safety of the like security of the dock.
Yeah.
And there are definitely two that are kind of in your zone that could probably hear what you're talking about.
Let's get you a new walking stick, okay? Let's just get a new one. It's not important. We dropped it off the dock. It's not a big deal.
So like eyeballing that way.
Yeah, I'll just toss an insight. Let's see if I recognize that.
Okay.
Hey, okay.
Hey, okay.
We'll close this doors and stuff.
So, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We'll get a new one. Mm-hmm. Maybe you could fish it up later.
Okay. Back to the inn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably best.
Okay.
I'll shapeshift into a warhorse again. So you guys can
How much
decide
does
on
it?
who's.
Yeah, how much does
Carry
it
both
carry?
of us?
I mean, a warhorse. I get the attribute
Yeah,
for
but
it.
you
Yeah,
guys are fine,
it's
yeah.
two medium creatures should.
Yeah.
Okay.
Warhorse. The closest thing to a warhorse is a draft horse that we have. Type of thing. Draft horse can hold two people.
I am.
He's a magical draft horse.
A magical draft horse.
We're pretty good.
I am the draft.
I don't ride behind.
Oh,
You
God.
gonna take Bitsy, huh?
Jeez.
But you are taller.
So am I.
Oh, God.
Gonna get a little puppy.
Oh,
Stop
no.
poking me with your club.
Let's take stick, okay?
Oh,
He
God.
said he left it.
Oh, no. So the answer is yes, it does hold to, but does it hold to? I don't know.
If all things work out, we're gonna make our way back.
Okay.
Anything encountered on the way there?
No, if you're just going through town, you know, standard horse carrying 2 guys. Get a couple of looks, you know, but one lady bites her lip a little bit, you don't know what that's about, but
Oh, I knew.
we'll say she's probably around like 72, so.
Yeah, she's look at it.
Oh.
No.
So we're heading back to the inn, or are we heading to the oyster?
Clan?
No
clam.
clams. No clams.
No clams?
No clams.
We'll buy you a new stick.
Back to the oyster. Or,
Dude, he's all about that rusty oyster,
Yeah,
man.
it is.
He wants it.
going back to the inn to talk to Brack.
Right? Okay.
Brack.
Hello.
Have you seen Puck
Yes.
Today.
this morning?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Where'd he
couldn't
go?
sleep last night. Hey, he asked me for some advice, and he kind of told me he had a rough night there. So I sent him. I said, hey, maybe it's something, you know, with the spirit. So I think he's tracking down someone who can help him with that.
Did he look okay?
He looked like he hadn't slept.
He took a beating yesterday.
I remember him straggling in here. So
Got it.
yeah, he said he'd be back for the meeting tonight. So if you can't find him, he should be here
Tonight or tomorrow?
tonight. Yeah, it is tonight. Yeah.
Okay.
Because yeah, you guys, it was a 2-day thing. You guys did 8 days, so it's the night of tonight. If I've done my timing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess let's fill our time.
Yeah. Is there anything you recommend we do before the meeting?
No, I mean, Thon's got an update. He's calling in some pretty big names, so you know, just be respectful of that. So a lot of people coming in here that I haven't seen in ages, but there's a lot to talk about. I think Thon said he found a pretty significant discovery about all of Lazuli, so I'm kind of in the dark here on it too, but kind of, you know, eager to see what he found.
Oh, are you going to be there too?
I mean, it's here, so I run this place, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
here. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There'll be a lot of people in attendance, is what I was told. So
I say we grab some food and figure out what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna make my way to grab some breakfast and sit down.
okay,
I'll go into the back of the kitchen and help out.
nice.
I'll do the. Oh, am I the top chef there?
I mean, what do you do? I mean, you're in the kid. They're pretty chill with you overall. I
Okay.
mean, they're not like. I mean, you got full access, but they're not like, you know.
You know what? Do they have different types of breads?
They do.
Do they have different types of chicken?
No.
What do they have for protein?
For types of chicken. What does that mean?
They've got everything you find from a pig, everything you find from a chicken, and there's a little bit of beef left over.
Okay, a
The
little
beef
bit.
is definitely the oldest thing there.
The oldest,
Mhm.
so I probably want that out.
You've experienced the meals pretty much with all that. So, I mean, there's a lot of meat that goes in and out. So, you don't know if there's going to be a lunch item with the beef, a dinner item with the beef, or if it's just left over, they don't have enough to serve. You don't know. But the pork and the chicken are in more of a surplus. That's more of the fresh type of thing. The pork is definitely getting prepared for breakfast right now with what they're doing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just help out whatever they're preparing then.
Okay, yeah. It's sort of like a shredded pork dish overall. It's kind of an experiment on their end. It's blended in with the egg, and so it kind of turns into this like a breakfast bowl situation, but they're just serving that out in kind of a plate, all that. Some chopped up potatoes thrown in there, crisp a little bit type of thing.
And then there's an oil that you think has been the really big experimental. They did some different spices and things with the oil, and they threw that on top. So that's their main thing they're doing. So
Okay.
kind of a breakfast bowl mashup type of thing.
I will. They said that they put potatoes in.
There is some potatoes in there.
There'll be a couple dishes where I will put a little bit of potatoes, not as much as they're typically putting.
Okay.
Instead, I will get some breadcrumbs that they have, mash it up a bit so that way it's crumbs,
Okay.
decent chunks, and put that in and do it around to thicken it a bit
Okay.
more.
Did you want to do a cooking check? Or
Yeah, I'll do a cooking check.
Okay. Your call on that for sure.
My proficiency go up?
I don't know.
Did it?
Not yet. Okay. 15.
15. It comes out real well. Definitely a step up on the dish. It's improved it for sure. A few compliments circle about those breadcrumbs specifically coming through to people.
Sounds good. And then good berry will be a bit of the bread with some meat, salted meat with it that's been cooked through.
Okay.
Sounds delish.
So
Gotcha.
little snack, good berry there.
Breakfast will run 2 copper from everyone.
2 copper. Yeah, as we're sitting there, I'll look over to Gutrag. Is there anything we should do before we go to this meeting tonight?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is we pretty much threw everything we had healing wise on Puck yesterday.
That is true.
We might want to stop by and get some sort of remedies just in case things.
I don't have anything
Sour.
on me.
Let's go to somewhere nearby.
Okay.
See what they have.
Is this after dinner that you guys are talking or after breakfast?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, a little bit of a funny story. I could have helped him yesterday, but I needed to prepare a spell. So it's a good thing he had that concoction that he had. So I'll make sure that I always have that ready.
But in a pinch, I think it should be wise to have.
Especially when we're dealing with people with poisonous arrows.
Do you have any recommendations of places we could go?
Yeah, I know a place. It's called Hartman's.
Okay,
He sells a lot of the stuff that I like messing with.
let's do it.
And then we could also stop at
Melties?
yes, Velty's. Thank you, Brack.
What's
That was
that?
not brag.
What kind of store is that?
Hartman's,
No, the next one.
Velty's.
Yeah.
We've been there. Well, I guess you formerly weren't, but you had some breakfast there.
To eat the bread.
It's with the ferry. Yeah.
Okay.
That's Velty.
I mean, the one I creeped on.
Yeah.
Badur's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll finish breakfast and
Okay.
start working our way to Hartman's.
Afternoons, when you get to Hartman's, it's very close to the Steel District, so it's a bit of a hoof, but nothing crazy. He has an assortment of potions, antidotes, concoctions, elixirs, things that you would see of that nature. He's got ingredients. He's got, some, not weapons per se, but tools, like kits you'd use for this sort of thing, like alchemist kind of kit, poisoner's kind of kit, that sort of stuff. He's got that on display there, so. He goes, welcome into my shop. Were you looking for anything in particular? It's been a while.
I brought friends.
Okay, all right, yeah. What can I do you for?
Anti-poison?
An antidote to cure poison?
Yeah.
I can do that now. We don't need to buy any.
Healing pots.
There is an assortment of health potions in this department here, so.
Standard price is 50 gold for the smaller healing potions. There's 3.
Okay.
There are 2 graders. Those are going to run 150.
180.
Yeah.
I was gonna take one lesser. So
The base.
yeah, get
Okay.
50 gold out.
Okay.
I'll take one of the rares.
One of the graders. Okay. There you guys go.
You sure
Do
we
you?
don't need any of it? Antidote.
I'll have it prepared. Unless I'm unconscious.
How many times can you do that?
Many times. Mm-hmm.
150, you said?
Yes, sir.
Do you do the alchemy to make your potions?
I have me and my associates that work here. We make them, yeah.
Oh, okay. These mushrooms, they're the healthy mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make anything with these?
That's more of an ingredient per se. With the right blend, it might be included in a poison or so, but usually we have a little more, we let them rock to kind of, we get some flavor into them before we would use them. So these would take some time.
Oh, so they're mostly used for poison, not really healing stuff?
Burst root is our main healing source. Ogre gourd really helps on that. If you find any golden mint, that is in very high demand. That makes our spiciest potions here for sure. So,
If he looks at both of us, I don't know about helmets.
Yeah, glazing over for sure.
Oh yeah.
yeah. And are you, you three look pretty capable. By chance, are you attending the meeting tonight?
Are you going to?
I will be in attendance for sure. Yeah.
Oh,
What meeting? No,
the meeting of the book reading keeping.
I was told a tiefling, a Goliath, a half orc, and a goblin druid. Would
I don't know him.
Yeah, you don't know him, so.
I'm gonna insight
Oh yeah, go for it.
his intention.
Yeah.
I'm good. 19.
Supernaturally impossible to read.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. You have no shot on this guy's expression. You think he's well trained.
I was told by my associate Brack that look out for you, so I'll be in attendance tonight.
Oh, you know Brack?
I do know Brack. Brack and I go way back, so. But I was going to ask you at the meeting tonight, but since we're here, it was a side thing. I have a medicine that I sell to a certain customer in Amethystia up the spire. I was wondering if you two or you three per se would be maybe curious for this. I could pay you 50 gold total if you could make the exchange.
Do you think we can make the meeting tonight? Say if we had a book reading meeting tonight, could we make it up and down today?
No, she is quite far into Amethystia.
Oh, okay.
It's at least a day.
So we
trip.
can't.
Back.
So that way, okay.
That's why I haven't done it, because I can't really leave the shop. So
Okay.
not for that extended period of time.
That's something that we can do.
You can. I can trust you. The medicine is good for about 3 or 4 weeks. So I'll hand you the vial here, and it's just a small wrapped up brown. It's a liquid, and it gives you the name. I believe it is. Don't quote me on this, but it's.
I thought that was the name.
I know, yeah.
No quote me on this. I was like, whoa.
The name is. Don't quote me on this. Delora is the name that you're looking for. Elderly woman.
Was she the 35-year-old lady?
No, gosh. And she's in Amethyst, yeah.
Right.
So she's a halfling woman, pretty short.
Okay. We can do that.
All right, much appreciated. So she'll give you a receipt. If you bring that back to me, I'll pay you.
Okay.
Something that we can do.
Perfect. Okay. Any other business here?
We need a stick for my friend.
I do not sell sticks here.
You want to stick?
No.
Are there any nice trees nearby?
If you chop my trees down, we're going to have an issue. So
I'm not going to chop the whole tree down.
these are very exotic trees. I'm very touchy about them. As you can see, botany is kind of a thing of mine. So
We can only chop the trees that aren't in the civilization because some people use them for like their houses and stuff. So we have to go out to where there's no houses.
That's snobby.
Yeah, they're weird.
How about we just go pick you one out from the store?
Why would we buy one? We could find a stick on the ground.
But have you seen this net?
Oh yeah, dude, I remember that. Yeah. Oh gosh.
That was
yeah.
a big Merlin.
I love that. I love that, man. Have you seen this net though? I hope you just never use that in like the final encounter.
Absolutely.
You're just
That's
like,
the plan.
yeah.
Boom!
He did what?
Well, if you have no more business and you have my delivery, I will see you tonight, I guess.
At the book reading meeting. Mm-hmm.
The gig
Sure,
is up here,
yeah.
he knows. Now just walk out the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna head towards Belty.
Okay.
I'm gonna head towards Belty. I need to pick up a couple things. So
I'm
that.
with you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
got nothing to do.
Okay, there we go. Over at Belty's.
Hello.
How's her rose, first off?
Oh, it's been full bloom. Yeah.
Still full bloom?
Oh yeah.
She's
it's
still going strong?
It's going strong. Yeah.
That's good.
They'll be there a while.
Okay.
Is it a healing potion or is it a greater healing?
Yours is greater. Yeah. Yours is up one.
Am I lesser or is it?
There's no lessers. It's just
Just-
it starts
okay.
at healing. Yeah. It goes healing, greater, and then there's superior, and supreme.
That's what 1D.
There's cards. Yeah. Yours, I think it's
There's
2d4 plus
okay.
2. Yeah.
And then
But that
the-
little box on top of the things. Yeah, that one has all the cards and stuff in it. Yeah.
Well, you have the little
That's
things too,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
okay.
Chigaderas.
Yeah, there's cards underneath that, so it tells you what they are. I believe greater's 4d4 plus 4.
It goes up at
2D4 plus 2.
Yeah, it goes up 2d4 each time.
Until supreme, which is like 20d4.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a big boy.
Beautiful. Okay.
Carry on.
Hi, Belty.
Oh, hello.
So we were able to find a couple more rocks. Mm-hmm.
Oh, very good.
Gutrag, get to the rocks.
Oh, yeah.
We found a couple more.
Well, that's fantastic. If you set them in place, I think that'll work. That seems to be a pillar there.
Mm-hmm. So we just need 3 more? 2 more?
I think.
We found two.
Pillars.
Found two.
Need 2 more pillars.
So we have 3 total.
Yeah,
right?
2 more pillars. We have 3 total.
6 more rocks.
Yeah. So 2 more pillars.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. But I wanted to ask you, do you have?
Great progress, by the way. It's quick.
Wait, there was a lot by the water.
We looked. We didn't find anything.
He tasted.
I stuck my nose to the dirt,
Ah,
or my
yeah.
tongue to the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Those tasters, yeah, it's a useful skill to have.
So, recently I figured out a way to commune with nature a little bit more.
Ooh.
But I need a couple things. So I need incense, and if you have like little effigies.
I think I could find something, yeah, for you.
And it takes her about 10-15 minutes, but she does produce what you would need for that.
Okay. And it's at least 25 gold worth, so I'll pay that amount.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you. Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure what it was, but you seem to know a lot more about it, especially with your blooming rose.
I've been around a little bit for sure. So
Mhm.
Would you be able to tell me what this is? And I'll pull out the orb or the cut gem.
The cut gem. Oh, can druids learn to identify?
No.
it seems to be a very nice cut gem. I can't tell if there's any properties beyond that. Where did you find this?
In a box in the ocean.
Wow. Well, that sounds like
Or
a tale right there.
fake lake.
Fake lake.
It wasn't fake. We checked it. Mm-hmm.
The lake had ocean water in it.
Wow, that's quite strange.
It tasted just fine to me. Mm-hmm.
Are you a taster too?
I mean, it's.
He's not as skilled.
there's levels, okay? All right.
He has a more refined palate.
There's apprentices and then there's masters, okay?
He's an artisan taster.
You gotta have some Goliath taste buds to really get that in there.
Do you have a stick that my friend could have?
I mean, there's plenty of sticks.
Mm-hmm. We could just find a stick outside. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think you could make him something special?
I don't have those kind of skills. I mean, I could druid craft him something, but I'm not quite sure he'd want that. You know, a druid and their stick are very tightly wound together. It's a special bond with nature.
But you told me you didn't have any connection to your stick.
Not anymore. It's out of my hand.
Right.
You know what they say? A stick in the hand is worth two in the bush. Anything else?
Get out of my house, please.
I've got to tend to my garden, so if
We'll leave you to it.
okay, yeah, good job on the rocks. That's a great progress. We're a
Yep.
third of the way there.
Do you have any leads on where you might search them?
Nothing in particular. I've heard whispers of a druid that lives up the spire. I'm not sure where, but he may or she may know something about it. But possible, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll just walk out again.
You know what I'm preparing for, correct?
Is it community here?
No.
Oh, then I have no idea. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I didn't like what's the spell name.
Just so that way you can think about it, because I'm assuming you're going to know what I'm going to ask.
I don't, but we'll go. If I need to take a bathroom break, I can.
Okay.
So, yeah. What does this spell? Masturbate on self? What is that? It's crazy. You need one stick? I don't. Well, it's crazy. But.
One stick and 2 stones.
Jeez. They call me the divining rod. Let's go.
Extra virgin olive oil.
Oh, God.
What's up with that olive oil?
Stone shape.
Oh, no. Jeez.
Okay, I got what I needed. Mm-hmm.
It's about 1 o'clock game time.
We need to catch you a stick
I don't need a stick right now.
before tonight.
Will it help me emphasize my points?
No, but if something were to happen,
Then I could whack him with a stick.
don't you do magic shit with it?
Sometimes.
No, just wiggle it.
Jeez.
What now?
Also, feel free to fast forward if you guys don't want to do. Yeah, it's your call.
I mean,
Yeah, so.
we got time to spend. So.
Yeah,
Just one play game.
Game.
There's this one game that I heard about that it's weird because you just need to remember the rules, but it's not like anything physical that you need. But like if you get the rules down, then you can kind of make it. But one person has to like kind of host it kind of deal, and they like it's an imaginary game that you play together. Mm-hmm. So like if I want to, I could be a banker, and like you could be like a chef, and you could be like a taxman or something, and we could like go on adventures running businesses and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Who the hell would want to do that?
Well, they require certain things, like certain like little tools, kind of like toys that you like use to roll for chances and stuff. Mm-hmm.
What game did you have in mind?
Didn't. Did you get that? Yeah, dude. I was thinking to kick the can or, little game of rock stick.
Rock stick.
I'll start drawing in the street where we're at, like in the dirt. I'll make 2 lines diagonal and 2 lines vertical.
Nice.
In the road.
Yeah.
And be like, draw a circle inside of one of those.
nice. I saw a video. It was like arguing with the lady, and it was like O, and he put X. It was like O, and he put X to block her, right? Like on that. And then she put an O outside of the board, and then drew the line in there. I was like, oh no.
That fits.
If you guys would like, you could give me a perception check to see if there is any gaming halls in the Iron District.
What is fantasy to the fantasy world?
I actually have something sad. Yeah, it's quite stupid, but I was gonna kick out of it.
A perception?
Yes.
6.
6. It takes you about 30 minutes or so, and I've talked to a few people and they don't want to talk back, but someone does tell you, hey, if you're looking for games, I mean, they play some stuff down there. And points, and there's 2-story building off that seems like it has kind of a like dingy atmosphere to it, but there are a few people in there, and there's something going on.
Let's go try that. Let's check it out. What can we lose? I don't have any money.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so you walk in, and there is a map-like square in the middle of this table. And on the outside, there's these little square cutouts that can be placed on them. And there's these little wooden, like, humanoid-looking things that are placed all about this map or so. and the top of it reads Lords of Waterdeep.
What you got going on here?
Oh,
Excuse me. We got, it's this game that, you know, we're trying out. It's pretty fun, but
Start
it's
picking up pieces.
it's
off
no,
of
no, touch. Oh, no, it's there's a lot of rules to this. It's a little complicated, but it's basically you get to fantasize that you're a Lord of Waterdeep. It's a city off the Sword Coast, and you have to like purchase lands, and you have to like there's like one guy you can set him, and then you go first the next round, and it's like an 8-round thing. You score these points. There's these numbers around the side. That's how you tell who wins, and yeah, it's pretty fun. And we've done it, you know, a little bit there.
I'm gonna look around the table and see the type of people that are in the game.
They're definitely like teenagers to like kid aged, like 10 to 15-ish or so overall, and they're just enthralled by it. There's one like supervisor, adult kind of guy that's talking to the owner of whatever this establishment is overall, and he is like 2 or 3 ales in.
Do you win money?
I mean, we don't play for much, so I mean, it's just kind of a fun thing. I mean, I guess you could play for money, but you know.
Is it anything like kick the can?
What is that?
Well,
You kick the can.
You get a can on the street and you just the last person to not kick it loses.
That might have been something my dad played. I don't know, but I've never heard of that, you know.
Doesn't sound like it's anything like kick the can.
Yeah, we could try it. Mm-hmm.
Did you want me to pull out Lords of Water? It's down there. There's another game that is an octagonal, ocean-bearing, land-based. There seems like there's 4 resources. It is Settlers of the Sword Coast. It is.
I think I'd rather bet for money now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go find like a gambling den.
Does this will look like he wants to play?
I don't know. No idea. That's how.
You see me, I'm just kind of like in my component pouch messing with the effigies.
Okay, let's go find money.
Yeah, let's go with money.
Okay.
We'll be back. Watch out.
As we're walking down the streets and stuff, is there like a decent sized, probably like a 3-foot long stick or like broom handle or anything like that?
Give me either investigation or perception, whatever you want to do on that.
I'll do a perception. I believe I'm higher at that.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna be asking like people on the street where can we go like gamble.
I'm looking for people in alleyways throwing dice.
Wow. Okay. Jeez. You give me investigation for sure. 15 with perception. You notice there is a broken tree branch on a nearby tree, and it's been dead for a little bit. You think that's workable for what you're looking for. There's a section of it that you could probably fashion into a stick of that size, but that's what you notice on that.
Yeah, I'll just nonchalantly walk over there, look around, and just break it off real quick.
Okay.
And I'll druid craft to revitalize it.
Okay, gotcha. You have a revitalized tree branch.
And as I'm walking, I'm just constantly druid crafting it to kind of make it back to like how I had it.
Oh, perfect.
Where
Okay.
it's just curved over and like curls and then has like a rose coming out the side.
Okay, yeah. You will have your stick back for sure. On that.
Sounds good.
Good stuff. What'd you roll?
16.
16. It takes you a few alleyways, but you do find a group. They seem to be a little bit down on their luck looking kind of people, roughed up. There's a bit of an odor, nothing too noxious, but there's a bit. You know, they've probably been up drinking and whatnot. And there are coins flying, there's dice flying, there's definitely some sort of gambling going on in this alley.
All like,
Badur!
Yeah.
Got something?
Let's get into it.
are any of them like intimidating?
They're all very scrawny.
I'll try and I'll
So what's going on here?
Hey, man.
Oh God! Jeez.
We're just throwing some rocks, man. Woo!
Oh, what have they cracked out? Can I do an insight check
Yeah.
to see if they're cracked
Give
out?
me a medicine on that.
Yeah, medicine. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's 13.
I'll do one also just to.
Okay, go for it.
They're really slinging rocks, huh? 11.
18.
18.
Oh.
Something's up with these guys for sure. These guys are cracked out. Yeah, there's something in the system.
Okay.
You got room for another?
Hey man, whatever you want to do. If you guys should jump if you got the coin.
What kind of coins are they throwing?
So there is a mixture of copper and silver going down here. You watch a couple of rounds of what they're doing. It seems to be there's a betting round for anyone involved. Very quick, okay? The betting round is it's thrown in, and the next person who throws has to match. So there's a bit of a race to throw first into this overall. After they throw, they're just throwing two dice-esque rocks. But when they throw, there's one side that has a dot, one side that has two dots, and then a lot of sides that have no dots on them. Okay? They're trying to get as many dots shown as possible on these rocks.
I'll try and force my way into the play.
Okay? The first bet that is thrown out is 6 copper.
I'll throw down a silver.
So the guy looks at you and goes, "You overshot," and he grabs 4 copper and he pulls it out towards him.
So 6, like the max.
So he threw 6 in, and you threw a silver, which was 4 over. You didn't grab your change essentially, and he snuck in and grabbed it. There's a little bit of the speed going on here. And you had not seen anyone overshoot yet. You just saw everyone matching as they were going.
Okay.
So the current pot's 12 copper.
I'll throw 4 copper in.
Can't play undershot.
2 more.
Now you're in.
Okay.
And then they slide you rocks type of thing.
Okay.
He throws his.
So
The way we're going to run it is odd is 1 dot, even is 2 dots, and it has to be above 10. Anything below 10 is a 0.
is that on D20 then?
Yeah, D20. So it'll be 2 D20s. A 10 is going to be 2 dots, and anything above that evens odds. It'll be the 1 or the 2 dots. Anything below a 10 is a 0.
Okay.
On that. So he throws, and he throws 2 dots total.
So if I throw a 20 on my second dice, that's 2.
2 dots. That's even, yeah.
Yeah.
2
Just
dots.
2.
1 dot.
1 dot. Okay. You are out on the round. He then rethrows in 3 copper.
Match.
Okay. And he's
So
throwing
that's
again.
6 and 3, 9. Okay.
Yeah, the pot is going to be 18 and then now 24.
Okay.
Okay, and he threw 1 dot.
2 dots.
2 dots. Ah, you got me, man! And then he'd slide the pot over there.
And that was how much? 20?
24 copper.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's pretty fun. And now I'll throw in 6.
So-
You're going for throwing 6?
Yeah.
6 copper?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm throwing 6 copper.
Okay, he will match it. And then there is a 4th guy who will match.
Okay.
6 copper. Do you want to roll the 4th
Oh.
guy? Frankie?
Sure. Yeah, what am I running?
Nah.
2d20s. If it's under 10, it's a 0. If it's a 10 or above, if it's even, it's 2 dots. Odd, it's 1 dots.
0.
0's across? Okay. I threw 2 dots.
0.
0. Okay, out.
1 dot.
1 dot. He goes, "Oh, that's me!" And he pulls in 24 copper into him. He
So
will.
is it when the round is
whoever,
over,
yeah.
whoever throws first
First,
starts the bet?
Mhm.
I'll throw in a silver and 6 copper.
Silver and 6. He looks, he goes,
I'll look at you, smile, and I'll throw in my silver and 6.
I think I'm going to sit this one out. And he backs off.
Just so now it's just me and Badur.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go. Oh, wait.
Zeros.
Zeros.
That's a wash. You got to roll again.
1, 2.
I got 2.
Wash, go again. You can also, so at the end of a throw as well, you can rebet. You can add in another bet. You've seen that happen. So you can add up the pot if you want.
1-0. That's like you.
Okay. So yeah, you win your
2 silver and 6 or 12 copper.
Yeah.
And then I've gotten down 6,
You're down
12 copper plus the 6 that I throw in.
Yeah, you got it. He then the guy who had lost the second out of that throws in 5 gold. And then the other guy will also match that. So there's now 20 gold. In the
With
pot.
that being said, I'm going to be watching like a hawk.
Okay.
Is that a roll or?
Yeah, you can roll for the guy. But yeah, your perception. Give me that separate roll before we go if you want. So do perception.
That was our
Thistle right now.
This is our 5th round.
But it was 4 gold.
5 gold.
5 gold. Yeah.
21.
21. Okay, yeah, you're paying very close attention. Make sure no nonsense is going. And then give me the rolls for the one guy.
You need the 4th guy to roll or?
Yeah, you're the 4th guy. Yeah, so just go for all 4 of you. So
Okay.
3 dots. That's strong.
What's a nat 20?
20 is 2 dots. Yeah,
Just 2 dots.
10 or above evens odds score. It's either 1 or 2 dots. If
Gotcha.
it's even or odds, anything below 10 is a 0 on the dice.
Okay.
On the thing. 1 dot, 2 dots, 3 dots. Okay, the 2 dot guy is going to try to cheat.
Okay.
So he's going to roll that, and it's going to be against your perception. Okay, he low rolls, so he rolls about a 15 or so. You see, as the dice are flying overall, he is poking his hand out, and you see the dice begin to shake a bit. And it's going to roll to show 4 dots, essentially, because you rolled the 2 dot, right? Was it 1 and 1, or was it 2 and 1?
2 and 0.
2 and 0, yeah. So the 0 one's going to be shifting to try to go to 4 dots, and you will pick up on that action.
So is it magical that I see it happening?
His hand's just poking out of his cloak like this, and you notice that there's a little bit of a tint to the hand, like there's kind of an aura, but not like overt. And then you look at the dice, and you see the dice begin to shake, like it's still rolling, sort of thing.
Okay. I will go ahead and I'll walk up behind him and be like, no. And with the staff, I'll just tap his hand.
Okay. When you tap his hand, it interrupts that action overall,
Mhm.
and he goes, hey man, nice roll, really good. Woo! I think we're gonna call it. Yeah, I think we're gonna move on. Yeah, and then they just bolt. They scurry.
But the game just started.
Cowards!
So yeah, they scoop
They were-
up their dice and they book it overall, leaving the gold behind.
They were trying to cheat.
You call him?
Mhm.
Oh, thank
Why
you.
did you say that would have broke his hands?
Huh? What's that? I didn't hear you. Sorry.
You heard me.
He said I would have broke his hands. Why'd you tell him? Or why'd you let him go? You would
Oh.
have broke his hands.
Oh, they're kids.
Those aren't kids.
I think they just had a little too much.
Booger
It's
sugar.
hard to tell.
Booger sugar, dude. No.
It's hard to tell. I thought the ones that were like 20 to 30 of humans were kids.
No. Grown adults.
So then of the 20 or 30 of elves are kids.
Yes.
Or the 20 or 30 of dwarves are kids.
Yes.
Something like that.
We should have broke their hands.
Yes.
We should have broke their hands.
You'd still catch me.
Turn into a steed.
I can't right now.
Okay, so there was 20 gold in the pot, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so then I'll divvy that up between all of us,
Okay.
so we all get a little share of that.
I'm
I'll
going to
let
worry
you-
about me.
I'll let you guys handle
So
it.
then, 10 gold.
I just want my buy-in back. You won that fair and square.
Fair enough.
So,
You'd be up 15 gold then, I believe.
yeah, I'm calculating all the small change stuff.
Roll. Gotcha.
We should find something else for you guys to do, because I need to do something for about 15 minutes.
What do you need to do?
I'm going to commune with nature to see if I can figure out what's going on with Pac.
I thought that was pretty solid dice off the top of the head. I think it did okay.
Yeah.
It worked out for
It
that
did.
game.
I mean, we could go try to find more dice
Hey.
players.
Ian will be there soon.
Hey!
Nice. You guys could just start. I mean, go find rocks and then have that in the back pocket if you want it.
We can make
All they were, I mean, they were like dice-esque rocks, roughly carved that had just dots on them. So
This is how the gang made a business
Yeah.
and stopped being adventurers.
that's what it is. Yeah. I thought for a second you guys were just straight up gonna play Lords of Water. You'd be like, I could go.
I wouldn't mind learning how to fish a little better.
I can teach you.
Let's do it.
I could use some more work on cooking fish.
Okay.
We'll get some.
Okay.
Also
Is that
wanna
where
try
you're
out
gonna
my
commune?
nut.
Is that the docks?
At the docks.
Okay, gotcha.
So wherever they're doing their activity, I'll keep
Okay,
it there.
perfect.
Like
Okay.
how
And
how
then-
close are we to the docks or the fake lake?
Fake Lake is very far away. Rock Lake is probably like 12 hours from this point.
Damn.
8 or so, depending on how you guys do it.
The
But
docks it is.
The docks, yeah, are probably like a good 4 hours or so from here.
Oh damn.
Dang.
Yeah, so
Alright, so if it
it'll get
was-
you there around like 6 or so. The
And what time
meeting's
is the
roughly
meeting?
9. Yeah, it's later. It's near
Yeah,
the
it's
close
like
of goal.
over.
And then from the docks to
You're good.
Like an hour. You guys could do 2 hours of fishing at the docks and then head back and be on time for the meeting with how timing is. If you wanted to go to the wharf is the closest if you go straight down,
yeah.
but the wharf to the cap is like 4 hours. So you could probably get 3.5 hours or so of fishing in at the wharf and then head up if you want to maximize your fishing time, but it's an area you're not familiar with. So
Yeah, I
it's
was just gonna
basically
say.
2 hours up there or 3.5 down here is kind of where you're at.
Dealer's choice.
Go to the docks.
Okay.
I know good fishing spots.
I'm all about.
Are you fishing off the dock or are you okay, gotcha. So you guys will be posted up at the dock fishing and you will be communing with nature, I believe.
Yes.
Or your deal there.
I am gonna go buy him a rod.
Okay,
Like
gotcha.
a
What's-
father to a kid.
What style of rod? You going nicer or you going standard?
Standard for now.
Okay.
I'm
Since
gonna-
it ain't gonna run.
I'll be on the dock with my staff, just kind of like laying on the dock, just brushing the water with it, like little crabs and what are they? I'll say broccoli, but that ain't right. Barnacles.
Barnacles,
Yeah. I'll just be pressing them and just like messing with them a little bit, and then I'll do the commuting.
Was that just fishing tackle?
Fishing tackle would be the box that holds stuff.
I have stuff that you can use. Just want to get you your own rod.
I'm going to say
So there's a kit. That comes with the rod.
what kit is it?
The fishing tackle. It comes with a wooden rod, silken line, cork wood bobbers, steel hooks,
Oh, yo,
lead
okay.
sinkers, velvet lures.
Damn.
It's gold.
Gold it is.
Okay. Yeah, you guys do that.
Sweet.
Where'd you see that at?
that
On the
inside?
app.
Is that inside
Oh,
tackle?
okay. Oh, it's right here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Got it. Weird. Yeah, I thought wasn't a tackle just isn't tackle box?
Yeah.
Is a fishing tackle the whole kit, like the whole thing of it? Is that what?
I think they're
tackle
just-
fish.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm about to go grappling, bro.
Grappling with this hook.
There you go. Gutrag.
I think for this
Ooh.
one they sell it as a pack.
I'm gonna,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
tackle
carve
box is
some
like the
beautiful
box
rules
itself.
on
That's what I was
this,
assuming with
this
that.
rod. I am very excited to do this.
And you are not proficient in fishing.
No.
I am
Pro
gonna-
fishing. But yeah, you'll have that on the roll, and then whatever you want to do. If I don't know if you want to help him, or if you want to whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna like teach them how to like cast or first put the lure or the bait on the lure.
Okay.
Teach them the basics.
Can
Okay.
he use maneuvers on the fish?
It depends on what kind of fish we're talking here, But
As soon as he gets on the hook, he just does trip attack.
yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be
You ever see
freaking reposting a salmon or some
a
shit.
Goofy movie?
Yeah.
It's been a long
Just
time.
a
but
swordfish,
yeah.
pull it out, and
The
then
perfect cast.
Yeah.
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 Can we listen to each other's eyes?
The Goofy movie's been referenced a lot. In our
Jonah
group
hasn't
recently.
seen it.
Jonah hasn't seen.
John
the
has
Goofy
not
movie.
seen the Goofy movie. It's gonna be my housewarming present to him. I just gotta find it.
Get it on
Very,
VHS.
Very long.
So he has to find a
time.
VHS.
Yeah, but I'll teach you how like to put the bait on,
Okay.
basic stance, how to cast out,
Okay.
and how to be patient because being
that's-
patient. So
I think that will
Very
be the
tough.
hardest part. For sure.
Oh, there we go.
You see me like nodding
So I'll
off. a
ritual
little.
cast it.
I'm
Spend
like
the
just-
15
I'm
minutes
like
to ritual
kinda-
cast.
Okay.
you gotta wait for the pull.
I will.
You feel the tug, but
I
don't
will
pull
ask.
too fast.
What is
Play with
the
it a little.
sickness
Oh,
ailing
it's really
Puck
cool.
to cause
So
this
you gotta,
type of
like-
curse?
pretend that
Oh
bait
yeah, that's a big question.
on the line is alive.
Um,
It lures in the fish. And then once you throw it, like take it. That's when you pull.
how are you casting this?
You tug on the rod.
So
To pull on the worm.
it's essence
Just like you're,
and something
like, playing with it.
to
Like it's
that's
alive, it's
sacrificial
moving in
in
the water.
If I was looking at you casting this,
Yeah.
what's the outward appearance of this? Like,
So
what's your medium?
this will be, the medium is going to be the effigy, and I'll have the incense burning. I'll do druidcraft to put it in the staff, and I'll be whispering it around and kind of making the shape of a rose with thorns.
Okay.
And I'll have the effigy itself
Mhm.
in my other hand, and as I ask the question, I'll burn the effigy and put it on the floor.
Okay. Give me a second to think about that, so we'll cut back
Sure.
to how you guys are fishing.
Yeah,
Just so
so
we can go.
I taught them all the basics, and then I'm going to show them. I'm going to cast out. Net is a 15.
Okay. You throw a very good cast. Nice.
This is with disadvantage?
No. You just don't add anything to it. It's just
3.
roll. 3? Okay.
Did you want to go lower?
I was just curious.
You have to relax your wrist a little bit, like fling it.
I
out
go
there.
like, boom, and it like lands
Yeah,
in
like
front
right
of me.
in
Yeah,
front.
yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
Like bring it back.
Okay, I'll try it again.
I'll pull it back in and I'll try.
I'll give them that pat on the back.
It's a 7.
Okay.
Getting better.
You get it out about halfway in. You notice it's not far enough of a cast to really catch anything overall, but you've hit water. You got a little bit of that practice in for sure. Roll me even odds if you get a bite on yours.
Evens odds.
Call it and then roll.
Let's go odds. 11.
Okay. You're starting to bring yours back in to show more technique, and it hits on there. Feel like a medium-sized bite yourself.
I'm gonna be like, Gutrag, come here. This is how it feels. And I'm gonna like have him hold the rod so he can feel it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna let him like
You're letting me take
yeah.
over?
I'm like reel it in.
I'm like yanking way too hard for sure.
Okay. So give me a strength check with disadvantage.
That
So do you
is
hand
an
the rod
18.
over, or you-
18.
Yeah, no, but I'm
pull-
like letting go so he can do
You
it.
pull too hard and you feel something give, and it goes slack on the line.
I think I broke it.
No, I'll grab the rod back.
Okay.
It's okay, it happens. And now we'll reel in whatever's left.
So there is a bloody hook on the end of it with some basically innards like attached to it. Like he just ripped it right out of the fish's mouth.
Oh no! I'm gonna smell it.
Yeah.
Can I tell what kind of fish it was?
No, got no clue. You're good. You're not that good. Yeah. Yeah. Geez.
It wasn't the line breaking. It wasn't the
Oh,
line
no.
snapping.
Yeah.
You got a piece of it, alright.
It was the fish giving
So-
out.
I mean, I'm picturing a Goliath
Less
home
force.
babying it. There's no.
More
yeah.
time?
Yeah, it's all about finesse.
Okay.
And then keeping whatever's left on the hook,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cast that thing out.
Ooh, that's gonna be good.
Yeah.
He made advantage roll on that.
I'm getting way more excited about having my rod in the water.
Okay.
Do I feel confident where it's at?
Where'd you throw?
That when I first threw?
Yeah. That
Or am
was
I
a set.
recasting?
I don't know. Yeah,
I'll
he
recast.
would have. I don't know if you said anything, but you would have known his is not far enough to
Yeah,
catch.
so
I don't know if
I
you
told
would
you,
do it.
like, bring it back
Okay.
in and let's try
I
again.
would try it again.
21.
That's a great throw.
It's a 4.
Yeah. So this one, still too strong. The finesse is really difficult on it.
Like,
You
relax
when
the
you reel it
shoulders.
back, you launch it behind you, and then when you pull forward, you're basically just scooting it along the dock type of thing. So a bunch of just thread goes in front of you type of thing, but too strong of a backswing. Okay, you let it fly back there, and didn't really hold on to that line as well as you should to let it go.
So seeing him throw a javelin before, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Right? I'm gonna just like you're throwing a javelin, but not with all your force.
I want the rod just to go in the water.
Just hold on to the rod. and let the lure go. You're not forcing it out there.
Okay.
I will give you the advantage roll with his help on that one.
Natural 20.
Wow. Okay, great. Okay. So yeah, with perfect form, You see him come back, and as if he's throwing a javelin, but he holds on, releases that finger at the right moment, and that lure just flies and ascends overall. Lands roughly next to where yours is at, like kind of distance-wise. So you guys both had a great cast overall with that 21.
I stand up and I yell way too loud, like for fishing. I'm like, yeah! Like at wherever I'm at.
Don't scare off the fish.
Give me evens odds if you catch anything you got a call before.
Evens. It's odds.
Okay.
Evens. 10.
10? Okay. So you get another bite overall. Yours is still in a good spot. Has not gotten a bite. Sometime about 10 minutes has passed or so. You're reeling in overall. Are you reeling in yourself or are you heading off? What are you doing? He's still in a good spot.
I'm fully like visually, I'm like watching you do it. So
Okay.
I'm trying to just learn.
You reel yours in. Is a nice trout-sized fish. I don't know what would be. I don't think a trout would be unless it's a ocean trout. I don't think that is a thing. So
Sea bass.
yeah, it's a sea something overall. Trout size, so just smaller fish overall, but good catch. Could serve for a personal snack or something like that. Yeah, so it's pretty standard. So
Is he still?
he's still out. Yeah. So by the time you reel in, you can recast, but he's still chilling out there.
Yeah,
Type of thing.
I'm
So
gonna put it in like my basket or whatever I use,
yeah.
and then I'll cast out. But I'm gonna like tell him slowly bring it in, but don't bring it in all the way.
Another evens odd than call.
Evens. 4.
4. Okay. As you're bringing it back in, you do get a snag. It feels roughly about the same as his first, a little bit smaller in that department or so. How do you handle it?
Not half as much force.
Okay,
Less
gotcha.
than half as much force.
No check needed all overall. You're getting to the fight of it type of thing. You start to reel overall. You bring it in close enough. I will have you give me a dexterity check on the last pull there because that's an important part.
Yes, I'm crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's 14.
14's good enough. You're able to, it kind of takes a turn at the end. You're able to move the rod against it to keep that tension overall. And you're able, if you pull it up, you caught a very similar fish to what he had size-wise overall.
As soon as it gets onto land, I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Like a kid catching his very first fish, for sure.
Teach him how to like pull it up, take the the hook out the mouth,
Mm-hmm.
put it in the basket.
I don't like the way that felt.
What part?
The fish part. I loved everything else. But like the slime, I don't like that.
You don't like touching it?
No. Like if it was like, is there any like rockfish kind of thing?
Never cover.
Like what? Like crabs. How do you catch crabs?
Well, you go crash. You can catch him at the rusty clam.
Oh, no. No.
I'll tell him how to go
Okay.
crack
That's
it
good.
and whatnot.
All right.
And then you can.
Fishing adventure, yeah. And so as you burn the effigy,
I'm like, super proud of you.
you immediately get a smell of very deep brimstone. So it's sulfurish sort of smell. Hits your nostrils. Very noxious. You don't like it. The sunset that you're seeing turns very red. Okay, and then you see the effigy that you're looking at, grow horns on it, and you see the eyes of the effigy turn completely black. And then on the effigy there is a 6 that's burnt into the chest, and then there is a symbol next to it over where the heart would be. Give me a
Religion.
you could do religion for this, yeah. Religion will work. There's a few checks that would work here, but
I was gonna
religion
say,
will be fine.
What are the other checks? Because religion's not good.
Religion would be one. You could just do a raw investigation to see what the actual symbol is. Like you could reproduce it later overall.
Mm-hmm.
Religion's more the significance of this. The other is Arcana to see if this has any.
So all the intelligence ones.
They're definitely all intelligence based. Yes.
I'll go ahead and do religion instead. then,
Okay.
Since everything's going to be a +0.
Yeah.
So I might as well go for the big boy.
Okay.
Guidance?
Since you're mid spell, I will say no.
Okay.
Yeah, you're already kind of focusing all of your juice into one thing.
4.
Okay, so
Wait, I think I have. No, I don't have inspiration. Never mind.
you don't know what this symbol is. I have not seen it before. Overall, you don't know if it's a religious symbol. You don't know if it's just something that it's just supposed to pick up from.
I'll
this,
try
but
to remember the symbol.
You don't get any significance from this. Yeah, it's a kind of a tough symbol overall. The symbol itself, it looks like a spade of a card with no stem on it. Is overall.
Stem.
Yeah, like if you looked at the spade, it has its stem.
Oh,
on the bottom.
gotcha.
Basically,
So it's
that
just
with
like
no
that.
stem. Yeah, that's the
Like an
visual.
upside down heart.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
In that realm, it's not actually that. That's what you're perceiving.
Okay.
The same. I talked to Ian about it earlier because it's tied with that sort of thing.
Okay.
So that's what you pick up from that effigy overall. In terms of the question, the answer you get in your head on this is something that is from the hells,
Okay.
and there's nothing more. You don't know how to cure this. You don't, but you know it is something derived from the hells. Is the best answer you can get on this omen.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
And it's ominous enough. You don't know exactly the tie, but that's enough evidence.
Is this about the time that they're pulling in that
Yes,
fish?
yeah. That all happened while this is going on simultaneous type of thing. So, and as you blink, all that's gone back to normal overall. What's up, man? Hey,
How's it
you looking
going?
snazzy, dude. Heck yeah.
Good to see you, man.
This looks like a good investment right here.
And Puck just comes in with a suit on the docks and
Yeah. So you wrote a note in the morning saying that you needed to figure out if you were safe and do some alone time overall. You talked to Brack. He said, "Hey, maybe it's something spiritual." That's where I left it. So he just sent you out for that type of thing. So they went to the docks to fish after some other stuff. That's currently where they're at. So you can be wherever you need to be overall. But that's kind of where we're like an hour before the meeting.
Okay,
type
cool.
thing. So,
Yeah, so we'll
so
catch up about that.
perfect. Yeah, gotcha.
I'm going to run up with the incense still burning, the effigy's just gone in my hand.
Okay.
I'm going to run up. Guys, nice fish. Guys. So I found out that there's no effigy anymore. But I found out there was some things that's causing Puck to go dark eye when he did that, when he went glossy eye and started killing people. It's from the hells. Mm-hmm.
Now look around to see if people are watching.
Perception check.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah,
Like,
go for it.
that was like the whole reason we left the dogs in the first place.
Yeah, no, you're good. There's chicken up there too if you need it, and croissants, all that for and chips and whatever.
17.
17, same two guys.
Jesus Christ.
And pretty much the same spot. I mean, yeah, they're the zone. So
We can talk about this on the way back.
19.
same two guys. Yeah.
Now we're gonna pack up.
Okay.
We're
Yeah.
gonna start walking back to the
Okay. Yeah.
tavern.
You guys can
That's
make
not
it back
good.
in time.
No. But you can cook this. That's good.
So we'll give him the 2 fish.
Okay. Yeah. Are you giving those to Ornier or are you giving them to Thistle?
I'll let him give his fish to Thistle, and I'll just give my fish to him here.
3 copper for you.
What kind of fish is it? Is it
It's like a trout.
is
It's
it a
just
pink or a
small-
white?
We'll say it's pink.
Pink.
Yeah.
I'll say, this is on me. I'll give it to him in good food.
Okay.
I'll see you tomorrow morning.
All right, now I'll be here.
Start
What to
walking.
do?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
He goes back and you see he's just carving.
Yeah.
So, little habit there.
So as we're walking, I would look back to see if those 2 are following us.
No, I mean there's definitely looks in your area, but they're kind of still patrolling their zone. So,
Okay, Thistle. What?
So the thing that was took over Puck and was like kind of like a possession. It was coming from the hells. Mm-hmm. There was a symbol that was on the effigy that was like supposed to reference it, but I don't know what it is.
Can you draw it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not a very good drawer though. And with the incense still kind of like burning on the pavement, I'm just going to use it to draw in the pavement.
jeez. Yeah, so you guys see a symbol that looks like what I described earlier, type of thing overall. So
Do I have any idea what that means?
you can make a religion check if you want.
Religion.
Yeah. He cast a big boy spell about you. So yeah.
That's a 7.
7. No, you've no clue what the hell that is. Yeah.
Yeah, there's another one to be coming later.
Wait, what?
There's gonna be another one.
Oh,
coming later
jeez.
today.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean,
Yeah, nothing.
I'll do it, but
No. Yeah, no clue. Yeah.
I mean, I like rub my feet over to drawing as we're walking.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys know what that is?
No. Order if Puck made it back.
We should definitely check on it.
It's about that time.
I agree.
If there's a little bit more time, I want to do that again.
How long does it take us to get there?
It's like an hour or so.
Okay, then we have no time.
Okay.
So we head back.
Okay.
Mhm.
As you guys get back to the Careless Tap, Puck is indeed sitting inside of Careless.
Buck,
That's all, guys.
where did you go?
Those things. You know, I after the events of the past couple of days, I had some to make sure that I've been putting you guys in more danger than you're already in because of
That
We're
danger,
used to
past. Danger is nothing. Your family.
I hand you a little knapsack, and it's got the smell of salted beef in it.
Well, thank you, Thistle.
That is a good berry.
Awesome.
A little snack of a good berry.
What does Gutrag
Awesome.
do again?
Plus 1 HP.
Temporary?
No,
Or no, healing?
Just, yeah,
Okay.
just 1 HP.
Alright. And are they good for 24 hours and they go away, or?
Yes,
Okay.
Gotcha.
that's why it's a little snack.
Right.
Thank you, Thistle.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
No,
You will be.
I hope so.
I gotta talk to you too, but I think we're late.
Yeah, I think we best be heading into to the meeting. I believe they're expecting us.
How are you physically?
The wound in my chest still
It's still there.
there.
Yeah, but it's not festering.
Okay.
But they did call somebody to come check on him. Did he leave before that?
No. So yeah, you didn't sleep the night before. Yes, you do have a level of exhaustion.
Gotcha. Okay.
But your person that came in to check on you overall, they didn't do any sort of magic type of thing. They said, hey, this is beyond what I can do type
Gotcha.
of thing before overall, and then they went off to go get somebody type of thing.
Gotcha.
So
Okay. Yeah.
that will be part of the meeting as well. So
I understand. Gotcha. Okay.
it's all written. Copies.
Okay.
Yeah. All the
Yeah.
major players.
Pretty tired, but hopefully, Bragg's people will be able to help me out a little bit with whatever's going on with that.
Well,
But
if you need anything, we know a couple crackheads.
That happened today, yeah.
I will have questions later.
Just don't trust them.
Okay. Well, generally I try to stay away from them. They're usually not real good gambling partners.
Oh, we made some money off of them.
Oh well, good for you.
We'll just wait with Puck until
Okay.
we're summoned.
Thon is there. Comes in.
Who's Thon?
He's the guy that has the orb, the professor that you guys sent down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thon's there. He's got an assistant with him. He has looks like he's lost a significant amount of weight, looking pretty decent. He sits down and goes, "Oh, you're here, wonderful. There's a few people coming in. You guys see Hartman show up from the apothecary. He comes in. There is a very refined and very stressed and tired-looking dwarf that comes in with Hartman. They sit at a table. Thon has a central kind of table. These are being shifted. Brax kind of moved it overall. There's a close sign now on the outside of the Careless Tap. Kaysen is in the corner. You spot next to Kaysen a being that you've seen before overall in various encounters, all that. Sitting kind of perched, and he's spinning a Joker card overall, and he's got the Joker on his face overall. So he's kind of posted there next to Kaysen.
Gotcha.
Sylvia comes up from the bottom, and she posts up next to Brack behind the bar. And you're seeing on Kaysen again the Ace of Clubs. You're seeing on Sylvia the Queen of Clubs. You're seeing on Brack the Ten of Clubs.
Gotcha.
When Hartman walks in, you see the Ace of Diamonds on him. On Hartman. On the dwarf, you see the Jack of Diamonds.
Okay.
And we'll get to those as we're going by. Next person to walk in is a pale white female, and you don't know. She looks human, but the skin is almost like opalescent white. So you're not quite sure if there's a race type of thing or if there's something going on. Clad completely in white garment. Very royal, refined looking. She comes in, walks into a very separate table and sits down and kind of greets everyone. I don't believe anyone here has seen this person before and interacted with them. They sit down. She on her has the Queen of Diamonds on her face.
This was the
new person, yes.
The new person, and just quick description again.
Opalescently white skin.
Opalescent, yeah.
And it seems humanoid, but then it is completely garmented in white.
Call it that. Opalescently.
You then feel the ground thud with footsteps as a very large Leonin, completely white, walks in with a cloud belt with an aura and atmosphere around coming in. He has the 10 of diamonds on his face, as I believe you have met Ronan.
We've met too.
You guys met. So Ronan approaches, comes in, gives a nod, sits at the same table as the opalescent white lady, and sits kind of respectfully next to her. The next person to walk in is a stocky white dragonborn who has complete white armor going on, sword and shield on the back, cloak covering that, but very obviously armed on that. Kind of a intimidating but happy look on his face as he strolls in and takes a seat at that same table. You see I believe it's you see the ace of diamonds on his face.
Okay,
Overall, so yeah, we have ace,
Dragonborn,
queen, and jack so far. Oh, no. So ace was Hartman. You see on him there is a 10, the queen, the jack. It's Hartman's is not diamonds. Excuse me. Hartman's is clubs.
Hartman's is
Yeah,
clubs.
Hartman's you see clubs. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Hartman.
And Hartman's is not the ace because it doesn't fit. He's the king of clubs. That's right.
Hartman is
the king of clubs. Yes.
Clubs.
There's no king of diamonds. That's the key here.
Gotcha. And
Yeah.
so the white dragonborn was the ace of diamonds.
Yes, he's the ace.
Ace of.
Yeah, if my memory is good. So yeah, for clubs you have
Gotcha.
your 10, you have your ace, you have your queen, and you have your king. You don't have a jack.
No jack of clubs.
Yeah, and then you have no king of diamonds. But then
No
the rest
king of
yeah.
diamonds. Okay, yeah.
That's how that
And I
lays
have a
out.
10 of diamonds. Oh, and then Bragg is that's the one I was
Yeah. Okay, so those are there.
See, we're playing with notes. He's playing with an Excel sheet.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's things I got available overall. And then on your compatriots, I'll let you pick the cards that you see, but there is definitely some cards that are shifting. So
Gotcha.
I know we talked about that a little
Yeah.
bit earlier. So, okay, so Thon opens up. He says, "Okay, everyone's here. I have some news. There'll be some introductions as we go on. I'll get to that, but I kind of have it prepared here." So Thon states that the orb is pure dimensional energy from another plane. It is thought, he goes, it's my speculation that the entire island of Lazuli is on the material plane because of this orb. Specifically, this orb burst through a weak point between the planes. For this to even be possible, the weave would have had to have been severely weakened at the time this island came through. It is also possible that other places such as Lazuli exist elsewhere in this world.
Ooh.
And so there's now mutterings going on for people. How is this possible? How is it alive?
Rattle.
The female opalescent, she comes out and says, How would this be a possibility? And are we at danger at all currently in our state here with the spire as is? Thon states, it's been stable for so many years. I think it was just a kind of strange time. Something big must have happened, and there's no history records of what happened. I looked into that. There's nothing major in this area, so maybe it happened elsewhere from our point. But this entire place seems to be of significance somehow. There's ties, and it all kind of works together. I know there's parts of the Spire's history that I don't know. That's why we've kind of called you here as to kind of what the layout is. I don't know how much this impacts, but this kind of seems to be the birth of the island is this orb at the core here. Introductions happen at the table of the opalescent lady and all that. So the paladin steps forth, introduces himself as Artis. He's the pillar that watches over the steel district. Viridian Ashana is the opalescent lady. She watches over the iron district. And then Ronan pops up that he is the pillar that watches over the stone district. So these are the 3 pillars of Lazuli. Okay. And Ronan speaks up. He goes, "There's a history and significance of the pillars that you all should know with this revelation. The 3 pillars of Lazuli protect the island from outside threats. They are the absolute strongest military might that the kingdom possesses. They are the leaders of the army, the absolute say and governance of the respective districts, and answer only to the royal family. They are much more than just this, though. They are a battle-tested adventuring group that earned the title of the pillars by defeating the previous pillars. Their combat exploits are legendary. The 3 of them even felled an ancient red dragon that assaulted the pristine spire for its riches internally." You see he's a little sage shy when he's speaking to a group overall. He's a man of few words for sure. Referring to them when it's them. So he's referring to the pillars even though he is the pillars. So the previous pillars speak up as Hartman and Julian Brightoar are sitting at the table. So the dwarf over there is the head of the Pride of the Dwarves, the one who makes the legendary equipment overall. He seems to be saddened in this kind of state overall. He comes up and says, he goes, "My brother was the 3rd pillar and Lazuli's first king. He died of an unknown illness 6 years ago, making his daughter queen. Seeing as how her mother died during labor and her being the only child, no one in the kingdom outside of this room and the castle atop the spire know of this information. Because she is only now 12 years of age, her advisors have done their best to maintain relations amongst the various factions that fall under the kingdom's purview, but there's an unrest amongst those factions. A lot think she can't lead, a lot of stress on her type of thing, and the king's orders were very specific that no one else should lead the kingdom but her. I can't really agree, but it's my past brother, so we got to honor his wishes there. This is truly the main role the pillars play, is maintaining that peace amongst the factions there. There's a lot at play as the spire climbs. So the original history of it, the pillar itself was undiscovered land. We didn't know what it held, we didn't know the significance, but we knew that there was something of great importance on the pillar. So years ago, my brother and I and a few others, Hartman included, was in the party. We lost a lot of men, women, and friends, but we climbed and fought our way up through the spire, and we found riches, we found cities, we found entire civilizations overall, but most hostile, most creatures. Amethystia, a great example. There was these bug-like creatures with hooks for arms that were attacking anything that came near us overall. We cleared them out, and there was an internal mine system that we had to kind of work through to get up higher. And there's an emerald city, the ruby city, diamond cities, and all that. Each layering had different significance and creatures that we had to battle our way through. By the time we got to top, we decided to build a castle to maintain the different levels to kind of, keep safety in the spire. But as we did, many of the adventuring parties and other, mercenaries for hire, all that kind of broke off and did their own, structures and all that. Some building cities that currently remain, some inhabiting the cities that were before, and they kind of formed the current factions that, kind of demand the spire. But at the end of it, my brother sat atop as king, and he brought together the factions kind of with this, not absolute might of an iron fist, but more of a, intimidation, because no one could stand up to his might, and we had cleared the entire thing. So we found some interesting things, specifically the crown that the kingdom possessed, and that held absolute authority of royalty for a while. At the point of his death, something changed, because a lot of the outside threats started closing in on the pillar, including the said red dragon. The current pillars were the party that stood up against this red dragon and felled him. My brother, with the illness, died in that battle defending. There was some other things going on overall. It was a battle on all fronts. There was a lot of half dragons and other smaller dragons with this. It was an entire assault. He died along with that, and seeing how we now were only 2 pillars strong,
the last battle for the pillars to take over was not much. We yielded at the end. We had no position to fight, but they took over the mantle at that point. But in that battle, for some unbeknownst reason, the crown was protected. It shattered into many different pieces. And at that shattering, many other dragons swarmed the castle, seemingly trying to protect these crowns into pieces. And there was a struggle over them overall. It was a madhouse. Some dragons made it away. Some died in that fight as well, fighting over others. But all the pieces kind of scattered to the winds or found their home elsewhere. So I don't know the exact meaning or significance behind that, but I do believe that you all have found in your possession pieces of that puzzle after speaking with Thrawn. And Thrawn has that piece of the crown in front of him overall. He goes, that at one point was a fully formed crown that signified the royalty of Lazuli.
I'll pull out my piece and hand it off.
In total, there were 5 pieces of this crown shattered off, each with a different gem on top of them.
Do you know where a lot of them went?
That I don't know. Like I said, some made it off with dragons, some made it off by other means. Some seemingly just disappeared. But it was very strange what happened with that.
So someone told me and Gutrag to go find the other pieces of the crown, and then he got killed. Mm-hmm.
Do you remember his name or significance of him at all?
No.
The reason we are trusting you with all this information is you have actually uncovered a new threat to the kingdom. The principal of Warcraft Academy is shrouded in mystery and deception. We want you to be careful with anything tied to him or his school and share with us anything relevant you come across. All of this information of the tieflings and the underdealings and this darkness and all that was all happening right under our nose. We had no clue. So somehow you all were tied into this, and we think that there's a purpose for you all uncovering that. So something that the pillars couldn't see, something that we old guard could not as well. So we're trusting you with a great deal here of knowledge. So if you happen to betray us or something, the full might of the pillars will take you. You used to see Roman kind of take with it a little bit.
Just digs his claws into the table.
Yeah. Artist, go ahead.
My staff just like thorns a little bit.
Artist stands up and he says, it's imperative that we know everything we can about this crown. I will ask you if you could lay out all of your possessions, and we can see if anything's been affected or if there's any significance of these crown pieces to what you guys have.
Take out my gem, my axe. I don't think I have anything else on me.
Okay.
I'll start dripping.
Okay.
Put the club away.
I think the only thing I have is my deck and then the wrapping.
Okay.
Everything else is muddy. Just the ease of the fuck.
And then we get to me with a sack. In the sack, there is bedroll, caltrops, cooking utensils, a pickaxe, piton, shovel, handfuls of cotton, some mushrooms, a couple bushels of wheat, and all my coins just sporadically throughout.
So thistles that he just keeps pulling stuff out of places. The
Just
table's just getting fuller of stuff.
Just
Of
cloth
course
after cloth.
it's the smallest one. Just
Yeah.
And then club.
Viridia Shauna looks over the items, and there's a glow about her eyes, and she notices the cloth in Puck's possession and the club in Gutrag's possession. She then moves her hands, and she illuminates matching symbols on both. She goes,
my gem into her eyes. Like
They're related.
dead to
That's funny. That's great. Yeah. She goes, these items were created from the same source.
I don't know the origin of the magic, but more and more magic items seem to be circulating due to these cloths. I do ask for information on these if anything pops up. I've never seen anything like these in my day, but these cloths seem to be able to create magic items when else they weren't there before. And I think this club is an example. Have you used one of these in the past?
Yeah. Yeah, it looked exactly the same. I just put some gems in there with it, and I wrapped up the club and I let it sleep.
Okay. The symbol on yours you had not seen before. It seemed to be like invisible, kind of layered into that. And you had not seen the symbol on your cloth as well. She seemed to be
So
illuminating
it
something
wasn't
that-
one of the moving symbols that were on
It was
the
not, yeah. That you could easily read. This seems like a signature piece of some sort. Like
okay.
it's a matching symbol between the two.
Gotcha.
Okay, so they are the same symbol on both.
Exact, yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
But again, you had never seen it. You had never seen it. So she, what
gotcha,
she's
gotcha.
doing against all that, right?
Well, I won that in a card game on the mainland before I made my way over here.
Where did you receive yours?
Fuck. It's been so long.
It's been a while. It's been years now.
I want to say I got it.
Gutrag's been to
I want to say I got it while we were exploring in the Stone District in the forest.
You did? Yep.
I found it in the forest outside of town.
There doesn't seem to be any tie between those two. Just that it's widespread. If you found them in such different places. That is a nice Ayun stone, by the way, and she'll identify for it. Did you have you? I didn't know. Okay, you did drink the thing. Okay.
Yeah, I just drank.
Okay. There's that. Okay, so ask for any information on these. Artis spies the moonstones, and he said, "Is there any significance that you're collecting these stones?"
Yeah, we're gonna make a move up.
They taste awful, but we're trying to get a ferry back to the ferry.
I don't know anything about a moon well or that, or flavor of these, but I do know
So,
that there's a druid named Dandalos in Amethystia, and he mentioned one such stone, and I believe there's one of these stones as a prize in an upcoming card tournament at the Songbird Waterfront.
Oh.
So if you have any interest in those two, possible.
okay.
What's the card front? What's the card tournament?
Do you play?
What's a card tournament?
That
What's a
would
card?
be my area.
What's a tournament?
It's a competition where people compete and they see who's better and the people that knock out.
That's a tournament I've had my heart set on for quite some time, Thistle.
Oh. Do you think you can win?
Of course I think I can win.
Okay.
Ronan, as all the items are getting looked through, puts his hand onto Badur's shoulder and
I didn't do anything.
looks him in the eye. And
lions, I swear.
he
Flicks the Iron
said,
Stone.
Says, you and me are not much different. I think this, something has chosen you to be a zealot of this world, much like I was chosen. All I can say is let the scars be your guide.
he lets go of your shoulder. That's man a few words.
Yeah.
Okay.
I shiver.
I think he meant stars.
Well, they can.
Put your hand on my shoulder.
Actually, Brat comes over to you. Does not put his hand on your shoulder, but he does hand you a note. And I have the note here when you're ready.
Meet me outside. How about that?
Put the loincloth back
Do you want to
on,
date me?
please.
Check yes or no.
That's the bill since we've been working with him.
Yeah, we're all. You owe me.
He says, I was instructed to give you this.
Okay. Maybe.
Sylvia kind of speaks up and says,
Well, this is a lot of information. Hartman had not filled me in on most of this history when I took over his role as the head of the guild here. I see there's probably reasons that he kept this from me, but seeing as I'm in the loop here, I will double down security and kind of
spread my information network with a little more focus to see if we can nail down this possible new threat or any significance of these other factions maybe forming riots or something or any sort of information. So, Careless, have you heard of any mishappenings in your districts? And they all kind of speak up about roughly what they've noticed. The gist of it being that although they head the districts and that's their individual responsibility, they have quelled many threats externally and internally within Lazuli. And they mentioned that they're currently and for years have been needed on the island.
Huh.
So they are kind of the last ditch effort of keeping the peace and protecting the island from any major threats. Seeing as dragons have openly attacked this entire island in the past, they're always kind of prepared for that.
Last time was 6 years ago.
Last time was 6 years ago, and that's when the king died. And the crown shattered, something at that point happened. They do mention that the unrest seems to be at bay as long as they've maintained themselves, but they were the most worried of this new threat occurring primarily in the Iron District without Viridian Ashana knowing or any of the networks kind of picking it up. That was kind of the odd thing. They think that specifically in that principle, having interacted here without them knowing it all is something that they're afraid of, but there's no real tie with what you guys have discovered either. So there's kind of a mismatch of you guys interacted with him with that group that seemed to be separate, or there seemed to be something weird with that, but then this group was acting still even after that had occurred. So there's kind of some mystery about that, and that's what they're most worried about. And you guys seem to know the most about it.
So just kind of above board, so I know where we're at.
Yep.
How much did they know about the mission we were on with Kason? Or are we going to be addressing that?
100%. They knew everything with
They
that.
knew everything? Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, so
Yeah,
they
all
know.
this funnel to the top, and this is
Okay,
open.
so they know.
Does this feel like a safe space?
100%. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Sylvia, the way Sylvia openly speaks to the pillars, you're getting the gist that she is probably reported to Viridian Ashana more than one time. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Viridian Ashana, this is her district overall,
Okay.
and the pillars are very much a party.
Gotcha.
She casts Minor Rave.
That's a lot to take in.
Yeah, I poured my heart and soul in that note, man.
I rolled.
Dude, I put everything in there.
I
Man.
rolled an
I
8
almost cried.
on history to try and remember the name of the dragonborn that told us about the crown originally.
Okay. You don't quite get it. You remember it was very short. Very
No.
snippy name.
Good try.
You may roll a history too if you'd like, so you met him.
It's like I can feel it.
I'll
It's
do
a nat
guidance.
one.
Okay, yeah, guidance.
It's a nat one.
Yeah, you have no clue. Brack mentions that he's like, is it that Emerald Dragonborn that you guys refer to?
Yes.
That was a dark day. Yeah, someone got the better of me that day, and I was distracted. He was killed right here in front of the Careless stab. Arrow came straight in through the door, knocked him out. One shot, one kill.
Is it the same arrow? Did we have an arrow from what's his nuts?
Is that laid out right now?
That shot
Yes.
bugs, yeah.
That,
Okay.
that arrow is.
Yeah,
perfect.
so Viridian would have pointed
Both
out
of them.
both arrows, yeah. She would say, this arrow here has a common make of an assassin. This arrow I've never seen anything the likes of. And she's struggling to pinpoint what that arrow is. But she definitely mentions there's a foul aura about this arrow. She said it seems to be made of an entirely different material, although mirrored to match this material of this other arrow.
Does that mean someone else is trying to pretend to be someone else?
I don't know what it means. This arrow is of a way higher sophistication. She calls Julie. Maybe you might be able to help with this. He will make a blacksmithing check on it.
Nice.
Was it the one that came out of your chest?
No, this is the one that killed. This is the one that we had before.
Do we still have the one that came out of his chest? Put
That's
that
the
up.
one that we were having in comparison.
No, the one we were using in comparison was the one that
Red eye.
we pulled out of Gutrag.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
So
pull
I
that one
have
out.
2 arrows.
I
have
have
the one
the-
that we pulled out of the
Yeah,
dragon
you
board.
pulled
Yeah.
the other one out
and
of
the one
my,
that I
chest.
pulled out of myself.
I
Yeah,
pulled out.
those are the 2.
Yeah, so the one that I put out of him.
Okay. So the 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so The one that I pulled out of Boom Boom, not the Dragonborn, identical, 100%. Yes, so these are common assassin arrow makers. Same thing, iron done.
I
Okay.
get to find these arrows not lodged in someone.
I prefer it that way.
Yeah. Sylvia pulls one out of her back. She goes, "Yeah, these are standard assassin arrow. They're made specifically by a blacksmith for assassins. Overall, they're known as black arrows across the deal. Typically made of iron. Hers matches these other two. That's common make for sure. Julian does not know what this other arrow is. He says the material used for this makes no sense. The only thing I've ever seen or worked with that's similar is onyx stone. But that's not something commonly blacksmithed. It's a very glass-like or brittle metal, wood stone, whatever you want to call it. It usually breaks or shatters if you try to form it into something like this. Either this was formed by magical means, and I mean, maybe I could whip something up like this if I really tried, but it had to be someone on par with my skills as a blacksmith to make this happen, or some means that I have no idea.
Who's someone on par with your skills?
I know of no one.
Is this material abundant in Lazuli?
No, I mean, some onyx has been mined here before, sure, but it might be onyx stone, it might be something entirely different, but that's the closest thing akin that I think of on that. And I know my metals and my stones.
So maybe from a different land.
Possible, I don't know. I haven't seen anything quite like that. The fact that it's still intact after being fired impresses me.
But who would want to kill someone that's trying to get the crown putty back together?
That's the question, isn't it? The pillars look there's many threats that have attacked us. Maybe it's an assassin hired from a foreign land by the dragons to ascertain. Was a crown piece in possession of this person that was assassinated?
Mm-hmm.
Was it taken from the scene?
Mm-hmm.
Well, who took it from the scene?
I did.
You all ended up with it.
Mm-hmm.
How was he was killed and you ended up with it? That makes no sense.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean?
If he was killed for the crown piece would have been taken. You wouldn't have.
I don't think they were there for the crown piece. I think because he was telling us to go put it together. Like he had more information about all this stuff that you were saying.
Do you
But,
think
like-
he was killed to stay quiet?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
This was before our time.
Do you have the body?
No.
What
What
I
happened
will
to the
find
body?
the guards and see if there was any green
Emerald.
dragonborns killed and see where they're buried and body and all that. I might be able to ascertain some information. Also, is there a puck present?
Hello.
I was told that you have a quite nasty wound.
Yeah, I one of those arrows actually
Yes,
very
ma'am.
recently came out of my chest.
You are lucky to be alive. These arrows kill.
I am very lucky to be alive, although I can't say I was feeling super lucky at the time.
My head just immediately hangs.
Do you show the wound?
Yeah.
She extends a hand, and she places your hand on it, and there is some magic that goes into that. She casts Regenerate on you.
Okay.
So the following Regenerate, I believe it's 24 hours on that, but you will be able to regrow things on that. So within 24 hours, that wound will heal up entirely.
Gotcha.
Hey.
Thank you. That actually feels a little better already.
It's impressive that you survived that sort of arrow. You should be quite
Well,
proud.
As much as I would like to chalk it up to my own merit, I can't. After I got struck with that, I fell unconscious, and as my friends have told me, it seems that something else
Yep.
was wearing.
Yep.
Would you care to expound on what that is?
He just has something
Well-
caught in his throat.
You see Artist step up, and he pulls the sword, puts it on the ground,
Mhm.
and there is an aura that emanates and fills the internal side of the Careless cap overall.
Is it the aura of truth?
It's a zone of truth, yeah. So if
Your
you guys,
cooking is horrible.
you guys can choose to resist it or not. Okay, your call.
It's getting better.
Okay, so you're not resisting? Okay. And I'm guessing you're not resisting? It's always getting better. Are you resisting or are you resisting?
No.
No.
Okay.
I love roads. I love them.
I
Retarded, but I
love rocks.
I miss my mother.
I just love them. I got this son bitch outside.
I like the way they feel on my teeth.
God, dude. Have you seen that video? Oh, it's funny, man. Oh god.
I have no proof of this, but I have suspicions that, well, I actually, after our little escapade with Kason, I have 2 suspicions. One of them is that somehow it's connected to my father.
Interesting.
The other is that it is, well, and my father would still be a connection here, but that it is more strongly connected to a certain Archduke
Of what?
of specifically or of a certain play.
Pardon my asking, but what is your lineage? Father or mother?
Father.
Oh, okay.
And he, when
Same mom, different guy.
You hear in your head, oh, interesting.
When I started coming of age, when my horns came in, he absconded with my mom and destroyed our village. And
Oh.
ever since then, I've heard whispers and shadows, and I've been haunted by the memory of that.
Such a dark story. Does anyone else have information on this? You all were there when this incident occurred?
Yeah, he got shot in the chest.
Yes.
Yes. Thought he was dead. And he stood up, but it wasn't him.
And this happened at the Rusty Clan, correct? I've heard of that incident. So knowing that it was you and things had occurred, we won't be pressing any sort of charges or anything like that. You feel safe to want to know. That will not be held against you, but something of this nature that occurred, and I do believe you, will have to be investigated further. Has any other incident happened other than getting shot in the chest and somehow surviving?
I've never had something like that happen where I've fallen.
We've seen it with other tieflings.
You've seen this before?
There's another tiefling.
Care to explain?
We were fighting a werewolf, and we were fighting a werewolf, and someone lost another one of our tiefling people that got abducted. That was helping us. Got turned into the glossy eye thing, and we had to restrain her.
Well, Ronan steps up and he says, "Would that happen to be Bocage?"
That was book.
When we were fighting Bokaj.
That was before. Okay. I remember seeing that tiefling because I thought it was a rare sight and I don't see many tieflings. Where is she now?
She was kidnapped.
Was this, in Kason goes, at that incident at the bar? Is that? And then Viridian goes, oh, troubling. We knew tieflings were getting targeted, but we didn't know for what reason. And you said this exact tiefling had what he has.
And I found out a little bit more about it too.
What did you find out?
I did a little effigy to see, kind of like communing with nature, to see like what was ailing our pup.
Yes. As well, yeah.
And the effigy grew horns and drew a 6 on the chest, and then where his heart was, and I'll draw the symbol.
Okay, yeah, it looks like an upside down heart. And you've seen this exact before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so
It's definitely from the hills.
yeah.
She's gonna make a religion check on it.
Guidance.
She don't need it.
I'm not. Did I don't know if I entirely filled Kason in on exactly what went down in the house
Which house?
with the incubus and the succubus.
No, he was there outside, so
Right.
he filled in them enough of
Okay,
what.
so
Yeah, he didn't know
I have some filling in.
the part with the portal. Yeah, he didn't know
Okay.
about. Yeah,
So-
he knew all the outside.
Okay.
for
Yeah.
sure,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
He was like looking at the big threat.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I have some put out. I may be able to preemptively help a little bit on the mission we were on with Kason, investigating the disappearance of my kindred. I met with who I thought to be two other tieflings.
But they were.
They weren't.
Oh,
They
yeah.
turned out to be an incubus and a succubus.
Oh, troubling indeed.
Who?
Succubus was.
Yeah,
It's the truth.
Who,
no.
Huh?
Succubi?
The succubus was.
they were,
Succubi?
as far as I was able to tell, they were in service of the Lord of the Sixth.
Ooh, very troubling.
He appears to be looking for a pureblood tiefling to use as a vessel.
Okay. And Lord of the Six, remind me, who are you going at? I think 8
What
was
is
who
that?
that.
Oh,
that's
is it 8?
That's
Okay.
8, yeah, for sure.
He's the one under the, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, you go
Okay,
ahead.
9, like, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
8,
So,
yeah.
Mephisto.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, troubling indeed.
Yeah. So, also, that is the same plane that my dear old dad is from. So,
Oh, that's a troubling coincidence.
unfortunate, yes.
How did you make it out of that situation?
Through a window.
Through a window. Thankfully, Thistle had purchased a bag of dust that came in rather handy. Kept them
Clutch.
sneezing and occupied for long enough for us to get through the window, and then
Hartman will speak up. I'll take credit for that.
and after we departed through the window, we didn't see the incubus or the succubus again. I can only assume they left through the portal they were trying to kidnap me through. And after that, as Kason informed you, the cultists and people that my companions were busy fighting all fell unconscious.
Huh. What's troubling is I sensed none of this in my own district. It takes a lot for that to happen. And this symbol here is a symbol that's used to mask a true symbol of something dark and mischievous.
Like a band-aid?
Somewhat, yeah.
Like
more
a
of,
salve?
more of like a covering. So what you're seeing is
Like
not
a hood?
Sure, hood works. Whatever works in your brain works here. So, what you're seeing here is not the actual symbol, but something blocking you from seeing the actual symbol of what's there.
How do we take the hood off? Do we pop it?
No, it usually takes someone of a strong will and a keen mind to break through that, or magical means if you can muster it.
The way that he stood up after being killed was the way the human brought into my clan rose from the dead and killed my people.
Care to expand on that?
Yeah. What?
My father, orc, mother, human, his mom.
Orc mother human?
Yeah,
Who died and came back?
my clan brought a dead human body to our clan.
Okay.
They rose from the dead.
In a similar way as you saw?
Yes,
What happened to that said dead human?
I don't remember. I was young. My mother covered my body
With what?
herself.
And this was how many years ago, roughly?
I was like 3, and I'm 25, 26.
So 22, 23 years ago.
Yes.
Your incident was last year, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And your incident just happened.
Yeah.
Troubling indeed.
I also may have another spanner to throw in the works.
Care to explain?
Well, as you've stated, right, the fact that there was an incubus and a succubus wandering around opening portals to presumably the 8th without you knowing is troubling. The strangest thing is they said something similar about me. It seems like they have some sort of way to keep track of tieflings. That's presumably why they don't seem to last very long in this city.
Interesting.
But for some reason I seem to be veiled from their side. Now I could chalk that up to myself, but I have run into enough people recently that see through my disguises that I don't think that's the case. I think there's something else going on, but I can't put my finger on what it is. Now, that may just complicate things, but it is similar to what you're running into with their goings on. So.
Would you be comfortable if I prodded a bit on why you're veiled?
Be my guest.
No one be alarmed. You're gonna see something really scary, and I apologize. She dips back, grabs her holy symbol at her chest, and a very unsettling, raw shadow presence just lights dim around her, and it seems to creep in towards her being. And that white appearance that she has, opalescent, still shines, but it dims as if like a light's fighting against a darkness. And she cracks open her eyes, and there is a purple that is kind of mixing with the normal white opalescent appearance of her eyes in this darkness. It's kind of intertwining, intermingling, in kind of a twilight sense. The sensation that you get is the moment a life is taken. That's what you're feeling veiled over. And she looks over at you, and you feel a sensation creeping in towards you. And the only other sensation you felt is when you've been talking to your patron.
Okay.
That sort of sensation.
Gotcha.
And you feel your patron step in front. And you physically see the Joker step in front.
Okay.
Overall. And she goes, and there's a voice that comes through without the lips moving in that, and it has an echoed sensation to it. And she goes, "Oh, hello. You must be watching over this one. I've seen you before, but not in eons. It's interesting that you still remain." And he sits there and does not reply, but is standing, and you see a struggle on his end to maintain his footing against this present. I'll have you make a religion check.
Okay.
So we're only seeing her casting stuff.
Yeah, so above board, she casts Divine Intervention. Yeah. So what you are feeling is the presence of her deity coming through her.
That is a 10.
10. You don't know this deity,
Okay.
but there's enough of the sensation that you are positive that this deity represents death.
Sorry, Dad.
So yeah, there's definitely some weight to this overall. You'd also sense a bit from her that she's not very happy when she does this. This is not, something all that. There's a little bit of that unrest of emotion type of thing. But
Gotcha.
what's conveyed through is that there's enough here that she has seen your patron clearly, and
Okay.
there's a huge power difference between the two overall. The last thing she states is, "I think you've done well protecting him to this point, but is it really for him or is it more for you?" And then it cuts back. And the light kind of resumes back to that. She gets back to her opalescent self, and she kind of shivers. She goes, "Well, I hope that enlightens things a bit."
Dad makes sense. I didn't realize he cared.
Sorry,
What
again.
just happened?
Is the Circle of Truth still going on?
It is not.
Oh no.
That immediately dispelled when this all hit.
Ooh. Now immediately I'm like, oh, so, I don't know.
You start collecting your things. Yeah, that's yeah. Just flick the Ioun sword. Well, I have a lot to chew on with that. There'll be some other discussions. We'll keep you in the loop of anything that we need. But please, open communication to us if you can.
What should we do in the meantime?
That's up to you. I mean, if there's not, I don't have anything for you on that. So I watch over the district here and the greater part of the spire. So wherever your heart's content kind of pulls you towards,
How will we communicate with you?
I'm sure you'll find means of communicating with us. You can write letters too. There's a postal service here, pigeons and things.
Oh. But if I'm a pigeon, how do I find you?
If you form yourself into a pigeon, you can follow the other pigeons in the mail service and then turn into yourself and find us if you'd like. But any information to the network will come to me. So
Okay.
That'll probably be easier.
Ronan goes, don't communicate with me.
Don't find me, I'll find you.
Artist says you can communicate with me and I'll know if you're lying or not. Any of the guards also answered to me. I don't know if that was clear or not, but any of the towers, I'm the head of that.
There were some guards that were being bad.
I've heard about that, yeah. They weren't guards.
No?
Not my guys.
What about the kids? Did they make it safely back?
Viridian says, that was taken care of. And it's a grievous offense to our city, and I'm very glad that you rooted that out.
We're
so-
prejudiced.
And so why were people kidnapping kids that had an amulet?
I do not know. That is very strange. Again, not into my purview.
I look at Ronan. Do you know of a large sea creature out in the ocean?
A leviathan.
Like a turtle.
I know of many.
Like a leviathan turtle.
Like a big one.
I know of many.
Something calls me.
Like a crab turtle.
Then that is your calling. And you should follow.
Can I put my stuff in my sack again?
Yes, go for it. Let's go board, yeah. You see Ronan look at you with that, and he begins to grow slightly in size, and a blue hue takes over his white body, and those hues turn into scars. And you see underneath his neck here, there seems to be presence of 3 gills, and he gets sharpened teeth akin to a shark, and he gets kind of a fin in the back overall, just for a moment, and then he relaxes his form.
I dig it.
I think he was threatening you.
Nah,
No?
we're alike.
This is like 2 muscular men just like flexing at each other and winking.
The scene of Full Metal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. I just feel like we need some sort of direction for this group.
Thon is sitting there wide-eyed at what just happened. He goes, I'm out of my depth entirely. But if you were to take it from me, I think learning about the spire would be important. Whatever you have going on in the ocean sounds important. I don't know what that's all about. And I think these moonstones maybe of some importance. I'm not quite sure.
I want to see some shiny rocks. That sounds like a blast.
Are the strings from the puppets, Dark Eye and Red Eye, still being pulled to other people?
We killed them.
Yeah, I just think they're pawns.
Also, for me personally, I would really like to know if there's any other locations similar to Lazuli in the world. If you find any of that out, let me know. There might be more orbs. We don't know.
In whatever fitness program you've been doing, you're looking pretty good.
Thank you. It's been a long couple of days, for sure.
Hey man, I brought you a protein shake. I love protein. I know you love protein, man. I love protein too.
Julian steps out and says, if you are able to find the other remaining pieces of the crown, I would be more than happy to assemble it again for you, to repair it.
Are we allowed to have at least one of these to locate the others? I know about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we tell them like how to activate it.
Is there not a rightful heir to this crown?
Yeah, there is. Mm-hmm. She's
Why would
19.
you not take this from us?
Well, we need to
It's-
find the other pieces first.
It's not a crown right now, and that has brought a lot of threat to Lazuli, those pieces. Personally, I don't want those around my niece until it's formed.
But
That makes sense.
wouldn't it be worse if it was?
If it was
Formed?
what?
The
The-
crown.
The crown itself signified the right to rule Lazuli.
Okay.
I haven't told you everything on the crown for reasons. It has a purpose, but I cannot disclose the information. It's not mine to disclose. That would be from the queen herself.
In case we get captured and tortured. Mm-hmm.
Let's avoid that.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Mm-hmm.
I've got enough going on.
Whoever this dragonborn was seemed to know some things and chose you for some reason. I'm trusting his judgment on it because he knows more about these than I do. But I know I can form that and help repair it if need be.
I think we could use a little vacation on the sea.
Mm-hmm.
So on does request, he goes, I do think it's of imperative importance that one stay here on this orb though, because there's that whole dimensional
That
expanding and things,
That makes sense.
Yeah, you
we
keep
only
the
need
topaz.
we only need one to find the others, though. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of curiosity, some of the just going back a little bit, when the crown was shattered, was when more dragons came and some of the chaos happened 6 years ago. Correct?
During the siege of the dragons is when the crown shattered,
Right.
and I don't know how or why.
Right. And then you had mentioned something about more dragons and people showing up to defend Lazuli.
It was battle that raged for days. I don't know if the crown shattering sent out a signal of some sort, or if that was all part of the plan. I don't know how it all went, but
So you weren't close enough necessarily to the crown shattering and that happening
Right.
to link the two together.
there was so much happening. We were assaulted by dragons. Other dragon factions came to fight. A lot of dragons died and things but something was drawing that at the time. The crown shattering, I don't know how, why, if it was a catalyst for something, if it just happened to be so. Something happened there at that moment though, and all of that happened in the span of days. So
I see.
as much as
Go ahead.
As much as I know is as much as you know now. So that was only at one particular part that's defending the castle. That's about all. A lot else happened across the spire.
Fair enough.
Many people died that day. Many were buried.
Talking on how to find more islands like Lazuli, the only way we'd know if it was an island like this is to find another one of those orbs, correct?
Fawn said, "Well, I don't quite know. Lazuli popped up 50 some odd years ago to our history. So maybe there's other places. They may not be islands. They may be mountain ranges. They may be underwater. They may be in the sky. Who knows? But maybe there are other places that popped up, and the history books just kind of added them in."
I'm trying to figure out what would be the telltale signs of that. Earthquakes?
No. We the book reading club. Mm-hmm. We can go to the building with all the books, and we could see kind of what places have popped up in the last 50 years. Mm-hmm.
Like using maps? Or what are
Well, we tell someone else to read for us.
those?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Like Puck.
Like Puck. Mm-hmm.
It all
I'm
worked out,
sure
yeah.
I'm sure somebody else can.
He's the only one of the party that did.
Wow. No,
Literally 3 from the Outland. Yeah.
that's I suppose that's fair. I can only read Thieves' Camp now.
It's crazy.
No, You said the orb was connected to something, another plane, something.
Another plane.
Were you able? Do you know what plane? Could that be helpful in perhaps determining where other parts of this might be? Right, because Lazuli's got moving mines.
This must be the
It's
Fey
got-
plane. Mm-hmm.
It's got the giant gemstone spire. So it seems. And I mean, this is a bunch of conjecture, but very potentially Earth-based.
That's all I've been getting out of it.
Right. So, but you weren't able to determine which plane specifically it connected to.
I mean, my guess is the Earth plane.
Okay.
Because how else would you explain all this stone?
Well, that's kind of where I was going with that. So,
But to answer your question specifically, no. I was not able to ascertain an exact, but I'm guessing Earth.
okay. So, I suppose we could potentially work something off of that theory that maybe there are other connections to elemental planes. You mentioned the sky.
In the sea.
Is the Fey plane
Let's
an
see.
elemental plane?
Yeah, it is. Closely veiled to ours.
The moon well.
The moon plane.
No, you build a well. Leads us to another spot. Maybe.
To what plane?
Who knows?
The
That's
moon
beyond
plane.
but
Maybe that's
sea?
the wild plane, the Fey wild. Maybe the sea turtle has a plane in itself.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe it's plain to see.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe she's one of them.
Maybe we should take it from her.
Such an old joke, dude. Christ.
Well, we have a
inside
lot
joke.
to discuss amongst ourselves on what our next step would be.
Anyone else's head hurt?
I'm fine with an ocean voyage if that's what you're feeling. But we should take up, we have 2 weeks to deliver for Hartman.
Yeah, we can go do that tomorrow.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, we have to deliver.
Did you catch the name of the druid as well
Yes.
earlier?
Oh,
No, I didn't.
It was,
Oh, right, yeah.
no, that's
Soft finger.
no, I have his name. It's Dandalos.
Dandalos.
And when is the tournament?
I like that
with the
name.
moonstone as a prize.
That tournament is 1 week from now.
And
Roughly, give or
the
take.
entry fee's 1,000 gold.
That's the spicy tournament. He just said a tournament.
Oh, this is not
He
necessarily.
just
the
said
same
a tournament, you know, yeah. That would require you to go to the song front and ask. Almost
Yeah,
like
it would,
the DM's
almost,
leaving that open
yeah,
to,
alright,
you know, as if
yeah.
you're interested.
I was,
you know,
I
yeah.
was thinking it was the same tournament. Okay, silly me.
Yeah. Artist is not a representative. He just likes to partake. That's
Yeah,
his,
that's
you know,
that's fair. You know, I
Dandelion?
understand.
Dandalos.
Well,
Dandelion.
I think that's
Let me find
definitely
it.
an avenue to pursue there, especially the opportunity to play at the waterfront is not something that I'd like to turn down easily. And if it can help,
And nice rocks. I mean, that
help
tasty
find
rocks,
some
but they're
nice
nice.
rocks. And who knows, there might be. It's a tournament. There might be other prizes too.
It's
I would make it fun.
Dandelos.
And
I throw some
D-A-N-D-I-L-O-S.
mean dice on the streets. So
Dan-
there's also-
Delos.
it's a card game.
Dandelos.
Hello.
I can.
Okay.
I bet I can roll them.
You might be able to roll the cards. I'm not sure that.
Do the pillars have anything else for us at this moment?
There was also something with winning certain. This is just me to use it. Winning certain tournaments, gaining and being able to.
Yeah,
gain
the
entry.
local turns in the Iron District. If
Yeah.
when you get entry into the big
Right.
tournament, so
So this
it's all
isn't
about-
necessarily one of those tournaments.
You don't know what tournament it is. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Pillars.
We'll check it out.
We don't have anything major else besides. I mean, there's a lot on your plate now, so
You can
we've been
say
dealing
that.
with this for years. So you're kind of in on it now.
Wait, so if the person who's running the school, if he's bad, why don't we stop him?
Well, he's on the Sword Coast.
We could go there.
We cannot. We
Oh,
can't
no.
leave Leslie undefended.
Oh,
We can go there, but I don't think we're ready for that.
From the way from what's been described, that's not.
I don't want to see that.
that's. I don't think that's
mm-hmm.
a fish we're ready to catch.
I can catch fish.
I'm still working
This
on cooking
is
them.
like trying to catch your turtle with like a regular fishing rod right now.
With enough practice.
We need specialty equipment.
And maneuvers.
It maneuvers. What I'm saying
What,
is
trip that turtle?
we're gonna need a bigger one.
Goading cast.
Underwater, there's
You're
leg
not
out.
gonna go over after something that big in a rope,
Got him.
right?
Sentinel
If I
boots, let's
need
go.
Okay, most people, sane people, would go after that in a rope.
He's like, all right.
You saying I'm not saying?
I'm saying that when it comes to fishing, I think you have a much different view on it
Like a
than I do.
JoJo Bizarre Adventure
I do.
type deal.
Well,
Anyone else's head hurt?
I need a drink.
Yeah, mine a little bit. I think my horns are just. Yeah, that's what it is.
With that, we will conclude the meeting.
Appreciate your time.
This was a good book club.
Thank you for giving me the information.
Anytime. If you need to talk about anything, I don't sleep, so find me anytime. She doesn't. That's why she has the Iron District. Yeah, I just want
That
to feel
feels
fun.
more ominous than
Yeah.
what maybe
Oh, yeah.
it's supposed to.
Yeah.
I'm always watching.
Everything.
That's
Gee,
worse in that
that's
voice.
I'm always watching everything except the bad stuff.
Except the bad stuff. I don't watch the bad stuff.
Think of me when you pee.
I
Think
think
of me when you pee. Oh, no. Yeah, and the pillars leave.
I'm gonna go sit at the bar and brat the heaviest drink you got.
Hartman speaks to Sylvia a bit. They kind of reminisce a bit on that, and he leaves. Julian takes off right away as well. Case and Brack stick around. Thon sticks around. His assistant leaves, and they kind of, they just kind of resume the night there. The Careless tap remains closed.
So Kaysen didn't have any input throughout this entire thing.
No, he set the meeting up. Yeah, he had already shared everything.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He was not a big dog at this meeting. Yeah.
Yeah.
He may be the ace, but he's still
Fair
low,
enough,
low on the ladder there. Yeah.
You just kind of observing.
Yeah.
Tiny
Yeah.
ace.
I mean, Sylvia said 3 things. I mean,
It's true.
it was definitely
It's true.
the old guard's time to shine.
So I must be pretty high up on the ladder for how much I said.
You don't think that way, sure it is. That's what it was.
This is really a meeting with me and the
You've
pillars.
got
That's
the,
right.
the Queen of Lazuli and the Thistle. Right there.
Yeah, really.
The Grand Thistle, the Grand Vizier.
Yeah, she would actually probably like Thistle. She's 12. So.
That's fair. Especially he can turn into all sorts of fun animals.
Oh, she's all about it. Yeah.
You could probably turn into a bunny.
Did
Could
that
be the arch
kinda-
bunny of
did
the
that-
Arch bunny.
No. Did that paint a picture of
Yes,
how this is all
Definitely
going
painted a
down?
picture,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you guys, I'm gonna use the restroom.
Mhm.
You guys definitely have a lot to kind of chew, type
Yeah.
of thing. We're gonna end the session here in general because I don't know what direction you guys are gonna go with that. There's a lot going on. Pretty much done with the island of Lazuli with the major stuff, anyways.
Besides
Kind of at this.
in our potion.
Yeah, there's some
Little
delivery.
stuff.
There's things higher up on the spire for sure. The base
The-
level
the
stuff
base
is
of the
pretty
armor.
much done with it. I mean, there's a tournament and whatnot, but I consider that more outside of the. That's a whole other type of thing. So there's some stuff with that overall. Obviously, you guys can stay here as long as you want and do whatever type of thing. I'll write up whatever's all that, but. In terms of like raw leveling and whatnot, experience-wise, you're pretty much tapped on this section overall, just because you guys are kind of like the eye people, red and dark eye, were kind of the quote-unquote mini bosses of this section or whatnot overall. The idea was kind of set the base, set the tone, let you know what's going on with the island, and then set you out. So
Were we gonna be caught up to the same level as everybody, or are they still?
so you guys caught up before they then out level because of the prior type of stuff. There'll be experience now that you guys will level up overall. We'll just call it another 4K right now, so you guys can do that if you'd like right now, and everyone will get 4K.
Do you want
And-
us just shy of that so we don't level up?
Will 4K level you up or not?
I think that'll put us directly on 8.
Take 2,000 then each
Okay.
on you guys. So the
Well, that will also level
4
us.
for you guys.
Oh, will it?
That will level us. I'm sorry. We're at 32,000. At 34 is leveled.
That shouldn't be because you guys were the same for a bit. I know you were ahead a chunk, but this is just barely getting them to the next level. So you guys should have been shy with what we were dishing out, which is
What level
odd.
are you guys?
7 now.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're 7 going on 8.
Going on 8. Okay, that's a weird deal.
We can just not take the XP for now.
We'll do that then, yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I know the gap's weird. Eventually, we'll hit a level where it does not matter
much do you
because
get?
it takes a ton to.
Total?
Yeah.
We're at 25.
500.
Okay. That's pretty close then.
You know, what do you got, like 33 or
32.
something? 32.
Yeah, we'll catch up pretty quick.
Okay, and it goes up to 35 or something. Is the next level?
34.
34. Okay, so they need that. Okay, so yeah, it would be close enough because yeah, you guys were I think roughly 12 when we started ahead, and I've got that down to about 7. I think is where we're at, or in that ballpark. Or so. But
Cool.
and I didn't want to completely even it because you guys had the prior experience of the campaign before. I didn't want to take that away, sort of thing. Eventually, that 7's not going to matter because the levels are like 50,000 apart and all that stuff. But
No, that makes sense.
gotcha. So. Yeah, so you two will level, we'll give you the 4, you guys will not, all that. I'm gonna use the restroom while you guys kind of think. We can discuss a little bit if you want. What, you have questions yet?
No.
You guys can discuss a little bit just so I know what to prep for next week. If I have something, or if you want to wait, totally cool. I have stuff roughly set, but I don't have it all, like the details are not
I'm
finished.
doing one more divination tonight.
Okay, gotcha. Let me use the restroom and we'll handle that before we're done.
So, so
We're gonna be
are
all
we
set.
planning on, like, just outside of everything, are we planning on taking on more of the Spire? Are we planning on, because you said the island is basically done.
No, it's,
He
it's just the, it's
he
just
said
the
the
baseline.
the island
district.
as far as the base level of the spire.
So-
There's still
We do
Stuff
have an
around.
expiration.
Higher
sound
up.
from how they were the pillars were describing it. Sounds like there's several more actual cities to be
On the
fucking
spire.
On
around.
Aspire. Many cities.
But there's
Before
at
it
least
goes up to
Amethestia, which we haven't gone to at all. I don't
But
know.
we have to go to
None of us have.
Amethestia to deliver a potion anyways.
Oh, okay, perfect.
And then that's also where the druid is. That's going to have the tournament for more moonstone. But that we have to turn.
The tournament's in the Songbird Waterfront, which is in the Steel District.
Oh, I thought that was in on up to Spire.
No, it's in the Steel District.
Yeah.
Because
So,
I thought the tournament was-
I've been trying to get into that tournament this entire time.
And that's a week, right?
Yeah, that's in
That's
a
a week
week.
from
But
now,
that so there's this big tournament with like lots of money that it either costs 1,000 gold to get in or I need to win a tournament to get in. That I've been trying to, but luck hasn't been with me with the cards. And also I've been trying not to die.
But the buy-in, if you did
But-
win a tournament, is
It's 1,000 gold.
Wow.
But this one, I believe, is from what he was saying, is a different tournament. So the buy-in might be a lot lower. We might be able to get Moonstone.
And I'd like to meet the druid too.
Yeah.
If he has a moonstone and he's putting up for reward, then we could find that too.
Yes.
yeah. I say if that tournament's within a week,
We do that,
Yeah.
and then we go up to Spire.
well, we can. How long does it take to get to Amethestia?
I think you said about 2 days, maybe 3.
So 2 days up, 2 days down, depending if we run into any issues. I think it'll probably be best to do tournament and then do that.
Tournament
So
and then do
let
that.
us just because we're delivering that, will they let us just go? I thought there was some sort of like shenanigans, like we had.
We have to have some type of reputation to go up.
Oh, okay.
But we're
That we
also
had to
known.
fight a guard or something.
We'll tell them that we went to the book reading club meeting.
The book club. That
Drop some names.
did you start dropping names? That may get us in more trouble. Ronan just I
know
told you
all
not
of
to
the
cite my
pillars.
name.
Okay,
I
why
know.
are you stopping me?
We're basically besties.
I'm the Arc Bunny
I'm
of
the-
the true
I'm
queen.
the Arc Bunny.
I'm the fourth
But
pillar. okay?
nobody
Four.
else. No, we're not supposed to. That's not supposed to.
Yeah,
be
I'm just some
Careless.
vagabond goblin with my stuff on
Yeah.
a rope on
Yeah,
on my staff,
Well,
saying I'm
I-
the Arc Bunny of
Yeah.
the true queen.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Like if we need to, we can go talk to Hardman, right?
Mhm.
And see
That
if
might
he
be
has
a
a.
Temporary pass.
Yep.
Yeah,
But I think
But who doesn't know Thistlebum and the boys though?
Yeah.
that's fair.
Mhm.
The Thistlebums.
The Thistlebums, yeah. But it sounds like we might have to do some traveling to assemble the crown, though. Especially
Mhm.
if a dragon got a hold of that,
Or if there's other Amethestias
or if there's other amethysts.
or Lazulis.
Or Lazulis, yeah.
hey, because the last time we pinged the
There was
guy
none
and there
here.
was nothing.
But
In
what's
this
the-
location,
yeah, what's the radius on that? A mile?
a many.
A mini?
A mini.
Couple hills or something. Like that.
Couple hills? Really big
Oh.
rocks, depending on the region?
What was I gonna just-
South.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
So it takes a couple days to get to Amethestia? No.
It's right above you. You can see it.
Like how long
Okay,
does
that's
it
what I
take?
thought.
What, if we went to go deliver the potion, how long it takes to get up there, come back? Will we be back before the Moonstone tournament?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like a 12-hour thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, that's a lot more. That's
from
a lot
where
more.
from Hartman's it's 12 hours up, like the nearest area.
And yeah,
Because Hartman's was Steel District. You have to go up one of the big gates. That's the big archway. Gets in there. Where you fish is the largest entry point into Amethystia. It's a large merchant area that goes up on that. So
Right.
that area would be a few hours. That would probably be 8 hours in from Amethystia, roughly to where the town is or whatnot, the city to deliver, and then down whatever direction.
so we can do that the next following day, and then prepare for tournament, and then figure out what angle or what we're gonna do.
Just go
Mhm.
bug some rich people. I'm good at that. Hopefully you run into some halflings.
She's a half.
No. No.
Oh gosh, yeah. No, I hear you, yeah.
Get Sean in here, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That'd be real confusing for you.
Oh hell yeah.
But
So we should do that?
yeah, I think the
Amethystia tournament.
yeah, and then with that
Sea
we
turtle,
can,
crab.
right. But that way we can maybe wrap up trying to get your druid friend's friend back to
That would only be one rock though. I need like 5 more. Mm-hmm.
right. But I mean, it's a step in the right direction. We
Mhm.
could also cut the rock. We know a guy.
We can't cut it though.
We can't.
It has to be certain shapes. Mm-hmm.
It's true.
It's big, medium, then small. But I'll have to double check. Mm-hmm.
From what I remember, that's correct.
If we find a big enough rock, we could get a big, medium, and
Mhm.
small rock out of it.
Yes, we can.
We go to the moon. Hear me out.
Start
That would be a trip.
But mhm.
We meet a
So we do that.
beholder running a tavern,
There's
and
this lightning dude up there with the ship.
very well. But yeah, I think
That's a rough outline.
I think
Amethystia in tournament is in the near future.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to prepare an incense by using some olive oil in the kitchen
Okay.
and with some thyme and oregano to make like an essence.
Okay.
For the effigy itself, I'm going to use the wheat and cotton to bind the 3 mushrooms I have, as well as 10 more gold coins to make a general body, and then
Okay.
the mushrooms will be head 2 feet,
Okay.
and then I'm going to make arms with the wheat. I'm going to bind that, so that should be 25 gold.
Yeah.
Because each of the mushrooms are about 5 gold.
Yep. Perfect.
And I will ritual cast divination again.
Okay.
So I'll burn the incense out of my staff again. I'll
Perfect.
hold the effigy in my left hand,
Yeah.
and I'll be doing this out front of
Okay.
out front. Yeah, the Careless tap. And I will do my little jig again.
Okay. And what are you asking?
I will ask this time. Oh, and there's one more thing that I forgot.
more thing.
I will take like a little rag or something,
Okay.
and I'll drape it over the effigy's head,
Okay.
or over the head and the like the torso.
Okay. Okay.
How do I remove the veil? That's
Oh,
Curse's
fun.
back.
Yeah. That's a fun question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, for that.
Mhm.
Clever.
Okay. Roll me a D100.
Whew.
Oh no, DM makes us roll in secret.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, close your eyes,
I
everybody.
gotta do it now. We'll get it back here. Okay. So the
Cool.
sensation that you get
If I'm within 10 feet
back
of
from
target,
this,
it would hit. I cause
um,
told to have reckless attack
is
against each other. Which works
a
with
similar
my
feeling
rogue abilities
to
that give me sneak attack on my cards.
when Viridian Ashana was doing her
Then I
thing.
stack head.
Okay.
So you get that
Head
death
for some weapon
sensation,
hands, too.
and that protrudes towards the veil and tears it. It's
That
not
whole,
gone.
all those shenanigans are
Um,
finally online.
The other sensation you get is a bunch of other similar feelings to your effigy coalescing. I need you to give me a perception
I
check.
have more dice. I mean, I actually made a more average damage per turn than
13.
average flat.
13's not enough.
Because I get to add.
There is
I get to add my
numerous
charisma to my cards now.
So now it's
sensations of your effigy
I put
coalescing.
that
You don't know
instead
how
of
many.
adding my charisma to my.
You said there was numerous what?
Because now I just have
Sensations
one
of your
D6s,
effigy,
so-
like those sensations, like how your effigy feels in your hand, you feel numerous of those coalescing
Took a little
into
while
the
to get all the
effigy.
pieces together.
Okay.
And when the last one comes in, again, you don't know the number. When the last one comes together, the veil pops, and the effigy that you see is a very ostentatious version of the one you had before. So bigger horns, bigger body, longer drape type. It just expands in that shape that you had earlier, and the veil's completely gone on that. So the answer you get is death is a way to
Remove the veil.
death is a way to slow the removing of the veil.
And then the removal of the veil itself shows a demon.
Was when all of those effigy signatures came together. That was the removing of the veil. And when the veil was removed, there was a large effigy figure.
Do I get the sense that this is Puck or something else?
That is uncertain
Okay.
with this, yeah. So the answer to the question of the veil has been answered.
Interesting.
Okay.
And again, with the roll I had to do, you don't know.
Yeah.
So that's the, yeah.
Yeah.
And for the table, this will bump those out.
Right. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
that's fair.
Okay. Good session.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
man.
good session.
That was a lot of my lore that I got set up. That's pretty much the main point
Yeah.
of this whole deal. So
Yes, yes.
still recording. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I think we're at a good spot now where
That was years of writing. Just
That's
good.
good.
Yeah.